Day 4 continues at the 2025 World Series of Poker main event, coming to you from the Horseshoe in Las Vegas. We have reached the money. Sights now set on making a deep run in the greatest poker tournament in the world. I tried to do my best, Blaise. I don't know if that worked.
Pretty good. Yeah, not
Jeff
bad.
Platt alongside Brent Hanks. Jeremy Becker is here as well. We're working on getting you that picture up there, all right?
Yeah, still no graphic, huh?
You got to earn your stripes, kid. I've told you that.
2026 main, though, we got you covered. Steven Chidwick is here as we take a look at the tournament format. It is presented by Splash Sports, a $10,000 buy-in, 2-hour levels. We're playing 1.5 levels today. 3 more hours of play, and we'll be with you the rest of the way. Complete World Series of Poker main event coverage. And now we will feature one of the best players in the world with one of the biggest stacks in the room as we take a look at the chip counts presented by PokerStars and Brent. Isaac Haxton has more than 2 million in chips, which is a bad sign for the rest of the field.
Yeah, good luck. Buckle up. You just got to ride the roller coaster and hope that Haxton doesn't bury you in the desert with his chips.
As we look at our other featured table, we see Liv Boeree. Sweet hat, by the way. Boeree coming off a 4th place finish at the WSOP Super Main at WSOP Paradise, coming in here with 270,000 in chips. Thomas Boivin with more than 1.2 million. The action continues. The blinds, 10K, 15K with a 15K big blind ante. And here we go.
How much did she win in the Bahamas?
2.8, that's all.
You could buy a lot of hats with that.
You could indeed. This is her first poker tournament since that one.
Is
She's
that
running
true?
deep in the main.
Is that real?
Yeah.
2 tournaments a year? Both
You know
main
what?
events and just making
Hold
a run
on.
in both?
Hold on now.
Yeah.
I saw her in the PokerGO studio for at least one tournament.
Liv Boeree.
Is she married or boyfriends with Igor Kurganov?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were both there.
When was
she
this?
Maybe it was before the Bahamas, I guess. It's possible.
Could have been Poker Masters.
She's definitely been in there. I've seen her one time because I was surprised.
Once again, players, day 5 will start tomorrow at noon, but we will cut off level 20, 1 hour early. Level 20 will only be a half a level.
For Dennis Jones say we're playing 1.5 more levels. Ramsey, the ace-queen suited. Nick Ramsey out of England. Finished in the top 100 in the 2022 main. He's a sales rep in North Shields. He and his wife Rachel have 2 kids, Spencer and Sienna.
You know, I like that out of Lynn there. No BS, no fake tank. Jack 3 off, snap pull
Just
to the 3X.
quickly in the muck, let's move on.
Thank you, Miss Lynn.
I can't. But I'm kidding.
A little potassium.
I
just
ate a
late
banana
evening
as
hours.
well.
I'm trying to be polite.
Did you?
It is my only kryptonite.
What are you giggling at over there, Bex?
Sorry, I had a little bit of sneeze there. Try to.
You're sneezing? Well, you got the vid?
No.
A lot of
Feeling
people getting
great.
sick out there.
Yeah. God help you.
Negroni?
Have a banana. You probably won't get sick. You want a banana? I'll get you a banana.
I can't
No,
stand
thank
banana.
you.
It's
Would
just
you
gonna
like a
put me off.
banana? I could get you one.
No, I don't need it.
All right.
Allergic to potassium.
Yeah, I'm not a fan
Yeah,
of
I do
bananas
drink therapy
myself
about
either.
this.
Huh.
Deep trauma.
Boivin, Jack 9 off, cut off. You
believe
said
it's
Haxton.
Boivin.
Is it? So I noticed you
I
guys
know
were saying it like
we
that.
all call him Boivin, or used to. and
Is it
then I asked.
Boivin?
Yes, he's very nice about it, class act. But he's like, you know what, it is, just to let you guys know, it is Boivin.
Tommy B.
That works.
Yeah, it's weird. Tommy B spells it with the IN. Makes you think it's Boivin for sure.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's just that different country. It's
Yeah,
not a
He
literal.
acknowledged, like,
Yeah.
no problem.
Where is he
Said it
from?
should probably be
Us
Thomas.
Americans, say it as it reads.
Yeah,
He said
Boivin.
Thomas is fine. It's all fine for him. He's from Belgium.
Belgium. Okay.
Great chocolates.
Yeah, as you said, Ike is one of the best players in the world. Boivin, got to be up there
Nailed it.
himself. Coming off, having himself a huge summer.
Are you telling me that Tommy B flies under the radar and might be considered one of the best tournament players in the world?
I wouldn't even say under the radar, but maybe for the more
For the public,
The
casual
casual viewer.
audience?
yeah, for the more casual viewer, maybe only like tuning in for the main event.
The lightest of hardcore fans? They
Yeah.
probably don't even know who he is until now.
Yeah, look him up.
Yeah, no, trust me. I'm a hardcore.
And when you
That's-
look him
I'm
up,
there. Yeah.
When
I
you
know
look
this kid's an animal.
him up, you're going to find a third place finish in the 100K and a third place finish in the 250K this summer.
Now, I'm one
That's
to
strong.
say you really just play for first. But, yeah, 2/3 for a combined $3.2 something million combined. Yeah, I'll take third any day.
Can I share a conversation with you that I had with Shilko in the main event?
Please.
Banana.
Surprised you were in it long enough to have
We
conversation.
Well, he wasn't in it very long, so I
This must
soaked
have
in
been
as
day
much as I
one
could.
while you were in, right?
I can't
Yeah.
listen to
Okay.
a bit of
And
casual classical music.
Shilko, I asked him because, you know, he's a great player.
Great player.
So you
I
get
said
to
top
complain.
5 tournament players in the world.
Okay. Okay.
Which Americans are in the top 5?
Can I guess
Any-
on the response?
Yeah, please.
I'm going to say he said none.
He said none, and there's not even an American in the top 25.
Come
Wait,
on.
what? Come on,
Did he
man.
really
That's
say that?
disrespectful.
I'm yeah.
Jason Kuhn, Seth Davies.
I
they
brought
don't make
all
the
these
list?
names up.
I'm
He
sure
said
you
none.
did.
He scoffed it. I even
'Cause you're
said
a proud
Chidwick.
American.
Chidwick was that led to it because he thought Chidwick was an American.
What?
Yeah.
Can I drop an F-bomb real quick? at
No,
this?
no,
All
no,
right.
no. We got to keep it clean in
keep
here,
it clean.
Bex.
You really want to know?
But I was shocked,
105.
and he was genuine, and he said the majority of the greatest tournament players in the
Every
world
morning before I used to go to school.
are players we've never heard of. They
It took me about
primarily play
14 to
only
realize
online.
My dad
They're
would
international.
throw it in the sink.
Rarely any of
I
them
never
would
did.
even
I used to
show
get
up to
sick in
play
school.
the
And I
greatest
kid you not,
tournament in the world.
He said not one American in
Not
the top
one.
25.
Not one.
I know. Well, I never broke a bone. I turned out all right. So
Yeah, I don't know about
So,
that.
You did ask.
like, not even Isaac Haxton?
Oh, no, he giggled at that
A
one.
milkshake.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he not giggle at one? Was there one you said where he like considered it?
Oh, I said Mateos, and he said, "Oh, he's up there."
Well, he's not American.
I know. Well, I know that, but I was then just digging in for anyone.
Oh. You were just
Believe
trying to
the
find
name
names
he,
to put
he
on the
told
list.
me was Alex Ketchoff, who I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
He's like the #1 player.
Do you think he said Kulev and you're mistaken?
No, I
Because
said
you know
Kulev,
Kulev,
and
yeah.
that was a
Ketchov?
no. I think he said Alex Ketchoff.
Was he messing around?
I
never heard of
tried
this
to
name.
Google it, and all I could find was Eugene Ketcheloff. I couldn't find any Alex. Yeah,
Something was happening in the villa.
And it ain't him,
no.
with respect.
Police.
I mentioned Foxen, Lonis.
And he laughed at these.
Well, there was just a lot of them were just no. And then 2 minutes later, he had his headphones on. He was done talking with me.
It's near the villa of Sebastian. Wow.
That was it. And he busted 2 minutes after
Just
that.
another. I don't know.
Oh, I know. But maybe you know what I
It sounds egregious, but it also sounds egregious that he thought Chidwick was American.
Yeah,
Maybe he's the one who's not plugged into the poker scene.
I don't know.
Kind of nice.
Alex Ketchov?
That's what he said. I was Googling. I mean, couldn't find him. No idea who it was.
I don't think he exists.
We need to bring back the Ryder Cup poker version. I say bring back. I'm not sure if we've ever.
Yeah, honestly, immediately what went into my head when you said this was, like, next year in the World Series, some sort of, like,
We need a challenge out
yeah,
there.
some sort of bet, like the top guys in America versus,
I'm all in on the Americans at the World Series. You? I think the Americans adjust the best to different player types here at the World Series.
yeah, I would say in these, like, big stuff such as, like, the Millionaire Maker and stuff, yeah, but, I mean, if we're talking, like, the 50K no limits and stuff, they might have us, but I don't know, I mean.
Yeah. I think you get enough of the more recreational players at these WSOP high rollers.
Yeah, true.
You've played them. I mean, when you're in the 25K, it's a different field than you would see
Yeah,
like in the studio,
it's-
right?
Oh,
Although
yeah,
more
for
Euros
sure. But apparently, according to, what was it, Chilko?
Yeah.
The studio must feel like a daily to him because there's no top players there,
Well, he
apparently.
came in. He qualified for the PGT Championship a couple years ago. He came in and he just scooped it, won it, didn't even take the trophy home. We still had it.
Smilkovic. I was thinking of Alexander Shilko.
So was I.
No, Smilkovic.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, what did I say?
Shilko.
What, no,
Who's another like big name Euro. Tall,
I meant
skinny
the other
young
big
guy,
name.
right?
Yeah, no, this one was more of a not that. It was Smilkovic. To my direct right. Schmilko.
yeah, I like Shilko. Schmilko, total prick. 6 on the river.
He seemed like a nice guy.
No.
I was just shocked
Very
by
nice.
his response.
Very nice guy. Doesn't do interviews.
Jeff, that might be the meanest thing I've ever heard you say about anybody.
That was out of line. Sincerely apologize.
No,
Loves
for
Smilko.
anyone else, that's like completely normal, fine. But I've just never heard you not say something nice about somebody. I'm fired up.
Little unhinged. Late
This
in the
is
evening,
what
day 4.
happens late night.
Yeah.
You know, the creatures come out here in Sin City, Bex. One of those creatures happens to be Jimmy Platinum over there. He doesn't have a suit on. He's not out in the field, and he just unleashes the fury.
Wow. No, I can't get over this. Not one American in the top 25.
Yeah.
So he left the trophy. I remember he won. It was like $500,000, right, on that free roll?
It was. He beat Arden Cho heads up.
And he did no interview and just walked
He
out?
won't do
Right,
any
won't do
interviews. He
interviews.
can't. In fact,
He told
Jeff
you-
visited our table. Remember, you guys came over. They put the camera on, and
For
I
you.
also didn't want to do
yeah,
one at
yeah,
the
you
time.
did tell me no.
And he ducked his head. He hid, and I said it with the guy. I said, "Are you hiding? Like, is this a taxes thing? What's the problem here?" And he said he will never, ever do any sort of play. If he were to win the main event, he would not do an interview. I said, "What if somebody paid you $1 million?"
He'd do it.
He said, "No way."
Stop.
I'm telling you the God's honest truth.
I kind of like how he like leans into it. Like he's really all in on this.
He hates it.
Yeah.
Absolutely hates it. He's hiding from something.
It's a VIP experience.
Josh K out of Boca
It's the
Raton,
VIP
Florida,
experience.
3-betting here to 90K.
Josh K, I mean, if he's not the best pickleball player of any poker player, I would be shocked.
So you got game?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's the best that I've ever witnessed for sure.
He's cashed the main event 9 out of 16 times.
Eating a lot.
Yeah, that's not too surprising. He does
That's
well in
not
these big
too
fields.
surprising. 9 out of
Sounds
16.
outrageous.
That's insane.
Yeah, I think he's been deep in a few WPTs as well.
Yeah,
Like,
3-time final table.
yeah, these big field events, he does really well in. Probably plays pretty low variance. Just survives.
Yeah.
Also,
I
won
used to be super skinny and
Daniel
now
Negreanu's fantasy
I've got a
league
big
last
gut.
year. He's very sharp. He's towards the top again this year. One of my few side bets in the league, he gave me odds pre-draft to bet him. And obviously I fell for it, and I'm drawing dead. So congrats
Which
to him
team
on the
is
You
win.
guys
his?
have a great
The
team.
Dinkers.
Oh, he's the
God.
Dinkers.
He
Wow.
is, yeah.
We didn't bet against him, did we, Jeff?
No,
Thank God.
thank God.
Did we bet against the Jeremys?
No, you
Unfortunately,
did not.
no.
And you know
Oh,
what?
how did we not
You
get
would
that
have got
action?
action.
The only time we were specifically asked was when Archer was in the finals of the 25K heads up, and it's my bad. Accountability, lead from the front. I backed off.
What happened? I came to you? Or
No other
Jeremy Dan?
Yeah, Jeremy Dan came to me.
Wow, you turned him down. Yeah,
Turned
we,
him down.
we were feeling ourselves early here. He picked
Why,
up.
he probably, you could have negotiated. We could have gotten a price.
Probably could have.
I mean, their team
Those
is
two
stone
owners?
dead, and we knew that after the
Okay,
draft.
hold on now. Really?
I didn't feel good about it. I mean, we sniped 2 of your guys, and
that.
you were both miserable.
I will say we've never done that draft before, and we did probably, let's say, 40 to 50.
Queen
Ooh,
10 deuce, some trouble for
Yeah,
Boivin.
let's keep our eyes on this.
yeah.
Very under-repped is Ramsey. Just called the opening raise, 30K, and then checks behind when check 2
Both
by
in early
Tommy B.
position. 8 of hearts on the turn. K.
Look at Ramsey just staring down Boivin.
Ramsey calls, 200K in the pot. River 4 of clubs.
And if Boivin goes for value, you can't fault him.
Yeah, I think he's for sure going to bet for value here. Ramsey's probably just going to call. And potentially could have won a really big pot here if the betting started on the flop.
Bet 75.
I'm surprised that Ramsey didn't bet the flop when checked too, but
Call 75.
Boivin's going to be very confident until then.
Ace queen. Trigger 2.
Yeah, I think Boivin got away pretty easy there.
Absolutely. Lost only
look at that little
125K. I
turnaround.
think
He points to the rail. Does
There we
Ramsey?
go.
He's got an audience already.
Ramsey's got his friend JD on the rail.
So they can't fit everyone in one spot. When they do the bubble, they need everyone in the same room to be able to see everything.
So we've got these 2 featured tables in the event center. Everybody else is in the ballroom. That's where we had to start the day to fit the whole field.
Possibly starting tomorrow, every single one left will be in this room.
Yeah, I believe we'll be in event center tomorrow.
Now for tomorrow, day 5, obviously the main stage is being set up. That'll be ready to go tomorrow. Will more tables filter in to the main
I think
room?
we'll be able to use the whole event center, and that's it. And
That's
not,
it.
Not
So
even have to
nothing
go
out
into
in the ballroom. Wow.
Sure hope so. Not a ballroom fan.
I didn't realize that the room was named the event center.
Right, just one event.
Why don't we come up with a better title?
I don't know.
Like what happened to the how about the Thunderdome room?
Thunderdome?
Isn't that what it
Thunderdome
was
room?
called?
I
Or
mean,
something?
the main stage, usually the Thunderdome, but, you know, the whole room could use a better name. We're calling it the Event Center?
Yeah. Well, I think that's what Horseshoe calls it, so we've just stuck with that.
We have to do better
All right, well, we got time to
as a
think of it.
community.
By the time we hit the final table, we need to think of a better name.
All right.
You guys in the chat, feel free to chime in with your thoughts. Tomorrow we start shooting for our CBS Sports coverage. So we'll be back on that main stage as Boivin is the ace-queen suited and just calls here after the Ramsey Open. And K call. Comes Jack 5-5, all Ramsey.
Ramsey has completely outflopped Boivin. And I like this by Boivin, by the way. Very under-repped himself out of the big blind. He had an opportunity, had he elected to do so, to squeeze pre.
Thank
A little bit concerned, perhaps, the under-the-gun open middle position call. Post-flop, Ramsey does bet and K calls.
I gotta work on my posture. K's got some good looking
impressive,
posture
huh?
there. Sitting up nice and straight.
Boivin,
Boivin, if there was a spade on the flop, I would definitely expect him to continue. Seems okay. I
Oh,
didn't see
my
this coming.
goodness, same here.
This is so creative. He can have a 5, right? I mean, remember, he just elected to flick in the call from the big blind.
Yeah, I guess without a spade on the flop, he feels his hand's too weak to just continue through a call, and is just gonna start bluffing with his hand. Yeah, not really sure.
Perhaps can just shut it down a lot when he gets called, like we expect him to here. Gets through a decent amount of time, to Brent's point.
Yeah, and honestly, like Ramsey flopped a huge hand, and he's already initially got to be feeling pretty
he's
uncomfortable.
concerned.
Yeah.
He is absolutely concerned.
Yeah, he's not feeling good about this, but way too strong to fold just yet, and K will bow out of there.
Ramsey strikes me as the cautious type.
Yeah.
Considering what we saw
No,
right away.
Oh,
no,
wow.
no, come on.
He folds the ace jack of diamonds.
That is incredible.
Oh my.
Wow, this would be something if now Josh calls and ends up winning this pot. But
I mean, even Josh is really in jail, right? I mean, Kay, would Boivin check raise a jack?
yeah, I mean,
let alone trip fives. And obviously we can see he's doing it with air. Ace-queen suited, a hand that I don't think any of us saw coming being played this way.
My
What a
goodness,
what a
Boivin.
masterclass by Tommy B.
I mean,
That's remarkable.
I don't think.
He just got Ramsey to fold essentially top of his range.
That is remarkable.
That might just be knowing your customer
Yeah.
and, hold on, ad time, I think.
No, you're right. Look at those shoes,
What
by
is-
the way.
Who is that? What?
That is strong. GTO Wizard. If you want to make optimal decisions in high pressure spots, it's GTO Wizard AI. That has you covered.
What's going
Sending
on
any
here?
situation, any bet size. It's the ultimate tool to prepare yourself for those critical moments at the table. Check it out now, gtowizard.com/PokerGo. Get started for free and save 10% off your first purchase. Everybody rocking the gold shirt. Not everybody, but a couple more than I thought we'd have.
I can't get over that last hand. I mean, when you see the same people running deep. Oh, hold on.
Haxton.
Yeah, he's up to no good. He's trying to run a filthy one on Jabukovic, which, by the way, we have a great story on. Did I say that right, Jeff?
I said Jakubovic, but
Jakubovic, yeah.
Jakubovic opened pre-Haxton called. It went check on the flop. The turn, what was that size, Brent, you see on?
170 was the size.
And Jakubovic puts the king-queen into the muck.
Oh, man.
Ike goes massive on the turn.
We are seeing robbery this evening.
You know, when you see the same people running deep tournament after tournament, I think a lot of, like...
Is this a Rounders quote? Where are you going with this?
No, just a lot of... Is it a Rounders quote? I've only seen it once.
It's close to one, yeah.
These people aren't running better than everyone else. They're just, like, winning pots that other people aren't winning. I mean, we just see Ike win one that... I mean, I'm really surprised he got that river fold. And Boivin won that last one with the third best hand. You create your own luck,
Yeah.
I think.
And this is where, as we can see, the elites are starting to separate themselves from the rest of the field. That was wild. Jakubovic, which Brent was about to tell you, probably if you won a hand, he's into this tournament for a €5 satellite. $5.
$5.
Almost 1.4 million.
How much is that in U.S. dollars?
6?
No, it's at least like 300, right?
So that means that the euro
Dollars week.
is worth more?
Yeah, euro's worth a little more. You go to Europe much?
No. You?
Not often. More than Brent, though.
Yeah, we were talking earlier. Where did you say? You're just Nevada and New York, nowhere else, right?
Yeah, I never left either one of those states. Not really.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and sneak into Indiana at the end of the summer, but
Why is that?
we'll see. I've got family there.
Okay.
Did you sneak in?
Yeah, like a quick stop.
I'd rather not get into the details.
All right.
There is too much if 370. 700.
It's a pretty big shove. That was like 25 big
Yeah.
blind shove.
Haxton at 2.4 million, one of the biggest stacks in the tournament. Got French Rigby here.
What a shame that Rigby
Ah,
has busted. I mean, nobody is as entertaining to watch as him, right? I can't really think of
hard to
anybody.
think of somebody. I
Here's the thing.
He's in every pot.
Yeah.
Rigby is either going to win the main event on day 3 or he's going to bust.
yeah.
He will eliminate every single player in the field by day 3 or he's out.
Yeah, it's really awesome watching him. Shame he's out, but I feel like most of the time that's what's going to happen in general.
Tu peux me trouver une bouteille d'eau? Merci.
I think Rigby might be the most entertaining player
Yeah.
to have on a feature.
I'm trying to think of someone that
Son
can
Kim,
compete.
who we had last night. I don't know if you're familiar with Son Kim. They call him.
Yeah.
What did David
I know
Williams
who
say?
you're
He's from
talking about.
Texas. He plays massive high stakes PLO. Give me a moment. There's a great nickname that David Williams texted me. Master Kim. Lives and plays in Austin, Texas. But if you're not familiar with Son Kim, who is out of the tournament now, he's the most insane player that I have ever sat down with, or witnessed, or watched.
Yes, please.
Michael Parisi opens here. Parisi is sales VP in Chicago. He'll battle with Ike Haxton. Calls on the button, 2 7s. Locquet wants to get in perhaps at the Jack-10. He's in there. Eight, 4 deuce, 7's best.
Yes, sir. One coffee, sugar, coffee milk. Coffee.
This is two, right?
Yes.
Coffee.
Just check to Haxton.
Green?
Wonder
Sugar.
if Locquet ever check raises here. If Ike
Sugar.
bets,
Okay, thank you.
just too weak to check call, but could turn equity.
Remember, Locquet is the guy that did Blaise dirty on day one with quad nines. This guy can put chips in the pot.
A 5-bet with the 9s, called the 6-bet pre. Well, that's one way to do it. Checks around and turn as a jack. And it came 9-4 deuce. Turned to 9 for good measure.
Are you surprised that Ike checked the flop once it checked to him?
That's a good question. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. Does Parisi check the over pairs 3 ways on the 8-4 deuce?
Probably
Does he
not.
continue too often with over cards? If Ike does bet, maybe concerned with the French Rigby's potential check raising.
It could be just that. If Locquet is very prone to just check raising and putting you in pretty brutal spots post on these types of textures, maybe he's just hoping to see a little more texture and let things develop. He's certainly not done with pocket 7s. Does call.
River brings another jack.
That could be problematic for Haxton.
Yeah.
Think about what could have been, too. Let's assume that French Rigby would have check raised this flop had Haxton bet. Haxton was going to lose a sizable pot. Look at the run out.
Yeah, for sure. really wonder if he would have got check raised or if Locquet just would have folded on the flop.
We don't know. We certainly don't know. But hypothetically, you can wonder. This looks very milky value town. 130, the price being laid to Haxton. And just a pure bluff catcher for Ike.
Yeah, I think you would rather have a hand like 4x if you... Oh, wait. Ike's the button, so he's not going to have much 4x, but the 7s interact with possible bluffs that Locquet could have, like 5-7, 6-7, 7-9, 7-10, like all of these straight draws. So I'm not sure he has the best bluff catcher.
Glance back at those 7s. Makes the call. Okay, gets paid off.
Oh, it's low Q?
I think low key. That's what I just heard on our... Again, great job by our bio team. Christina, Sean, Steve, and Keegan. They get the sound from these players. Romain Locquet. They call him Risk. It's his nickname. Should we just go with Risk? Or French Rigby, whatever you guys prefer.
Call him with his side.
Risk.
I'll go Risk. That's a lot easier to say than, what'd you say, low-key?
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 Yeah, nailed it. He and his wife, Ilona, have 2 kids, Lilio and Harry.
What time is it in France? Can they be tuning in right now?
Pretty early for him, probably 6:30 a.m.
Oh, well, how young are the kids? They've probably been up for...
probably up.
Yeah.
Probably
That's
up.
off the
Watch
top of
him
your
down.
head? You know it's an 8-hour difference?
I would guess 8 or 9. Let's see.
Like, how do you even come up with... Wow, you were
It's
very
9.
close.
It's 9. Probably 8 to England.
Well, then they're definitely watching Dad.
Yeah, good morning to the low keys.
Good morning. Good morning to Europe. Saw at our other table, by the way, Boivin betting 520K and a 400K on the river. He did win that pot. He's up to 1.5 million.
Did he get called, or?
I don't think so. We will be going back and forth. We do have Liv Boeree at our other featured table.
She's a little short, down to 18 bigs. Certainly do not want to miss much action over there.
So this guy Tyro must have had like 1.5 million earlier or so we saw. Maybe not that much, but definitely over 1 million.
Just move your book here. Yeah, just a little bit.
Thank you.
How did Tyro lose all his chips? Did we see that part?
No, if I were to guess, I'd say Ike got him in a big one because, I mean, what, he has over 2 million now, right?
So they all came from Tyro
We're guessing.
over to Ike. Most likely scenario.
So,
That is 35.
It says Tyro, our bios have it as Lester Edoc. I'm just wondering, you know, which one's right.
a little something for everybody here.
Seats innings full for Jakubowicz.
I'm going to drop in here. We got a brutal spot for Lou, but we had been talking about the 50K that's running right now. I'm going to give each of you one guess who the chip leader is. It's not this what you're looking at on my phone right now, Bex, but...
Oh. Wait. Is it
you each get one guess. That's it.
Bex, J-Bex, go ahead.
You go first.
Is it the same person when we looked about an hour and a half ago? Okay.
110K, by the way.
Jeff, you go first.
Okay, I'll say Jared Blesnick.
No.
I'm going to guess somebody that doesn't play poker too often.
Oh.
I don't know if he's in the field, but I know he's in town.
Just spit it out.
Sergio Aguero?
Not like that.
Oh, no way.
Martin Cabral, ladies and gentlemen, chip leader of the 50K.
Was a good guess.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's in the field.
Nice fold there by Lou.
Oh, Cabral just does it.
In every buy-in.
How does he not get picked for fantasy every year?
We would have been happy to pick him. Had we known he was playing a full schedule?
But doesn't he always?
I didn't know he always...
Is he banned from the draft?
Look at the milkman, Greg Merson, as we remind you that the countdown is on.
That's not Makita.
Raise your game. This November 3rd through the 12th. MAPT back at Resorts World. 5K main, we got 50K high roller. Women's high roller as well. Complete schedule out. PokerStars has the details. Can't wait to see all Resorts World.
Is he drinking milk? Maybe he is the milkman.
Yeah, he's the milkman.
That looks like a gallon of almond milk. It is milk.
Back to Liv Boeree's table.
You know, Boivin is always eating at the table. Like,
really is, yeah.
Always. And it's always something like healthy, homemade.
It's healthy.
Yeah, he eats good.
He's a little too healthy for my liking.
Yeah, I agree.
He's gotten really into health and fitness.
I'm sure he's a nice guy, great player.
Very nice guy.
Yeah.
Very, very good player.
Way too
Look
healthy.
at Lynn. This is T.
What do you got for us, Joe? You stumbled. What happened? Are you?
Sorry, I was just pulling up the bio.
Is it not
just want
right?
to make sure we have the right.
Come on, that has to be wrong. 3,500 lifetime career earnings, and she's 3-betting the king deuce off with less than 700 left in the 10K main.
We need to get table 551. It is Hinte and Kazoo. There's two others in the portfolio.
Just to make it more of a level playing field. You know my banana one, give me one. You said you got lots of weird ones yourself. Give me one.
Yeah.
Just to make it fair.
Yeah, I'm serious. We need to get table 551.
No,
I don't think so.
I'm just covering what they are. I mean, I
Just,
definitely know a certain sound. People chewing.
yeah, okay, that's not.
Yeah, have
I
go
was
check.
more
Okay, that's fine. It's really good.
Going in the ace-jack. Okay, all good, thank you.
Raise 35.
If possible, let's get Johnny's table. It's Eric Efron, Donnie Peters, Francis Anderson. I think that would be a nice way to end that. Why not?
375,
Yeah.
now it's
Is that okay?
335 it is.
All right. Well, let's do it. Let's do that for one. If we can get Ite Kazoo, we should definitely do that. At least we only have it for an hour. No, totally you can blame me. That's what I was thinking.
Can blame Brent.
Yeah.
And also, I figured out the Tyro thing.
It's too much.
Okay, we're going to go TJ Liu for seat 9. Also, Tyro at the other table. That in the app, you could put a nickname, and that's what he listed, so that's what we went with. His name is Lester Edoc.
But he wants to be called Tyro?
His nickname on the app is Zoji Tyro, and I think we mistook that for first and last name.
Okay, so that's probably his online name?
Oh, Liv Boeree.
Oh, she's all in here.
Yeah, this is a nice shove by her. I mean, this would be,
What happens if
yeah,
she
this
busts?
would be,
Can we go back to normal table?
this would be gambling
Yeah,
here. Don't think he's calling that.
Honestly, no, I need that massage real bad.
He wants to get out of the feature table.
I'm pretty good.
Can we get ruling?
Massaging.
They said no.
No, but I give good massages.
You can give.
They,
You can give
they might
massage?
allow it.
Give him $1 a minute.
Just
Do it.
$1 a minute.
Cheap.
Wow.
I would say it's
I
expensive.
guess I'm
and then
gonna
you say
fold.
You can multi-table, do the massaging on the hand at the same
Fold,
time.
but I mean,
Does lay it down.
Stuck here for the long haul.
I was thinking maybe there's a chance.
Okay, so
I complain enough. There's no one here. You're not here.
The more you complain, the more you're interested. Catch 22 there.
If you knew how hard I'm trying not to talk, I'm trying so hard not to talk. No, please, I'm not into all
Show
this.
the world
I couldn't think of anything worse. The idea of
bananas.
brilliance of you.
You don't want to be the next World Pursuit?
Oh my God, please.
What?
Be the next World Pursuit.
I heard he's still in. I could hear his voice a couple.
That's another level.
Gosh, I hope I'm on.
I have earplugs if he joins the table.
That's not enough.
I had earplugs or a massage. I wouldn't talk. I mean,
I've been trained by the best.
Okay, maybe.
Martin Cabral.
Montes all in with the birds. Ical's behind with the king queen. Ten, 8, 7. Pretty clean for the aces. Turn brings another 8.
Jeff, did you
That
ever get
locks
to
it
the
up for
bottom
Montes.
of that Steve Carp, Mark Seif situation?
I did not. No, I still haven't.
No
There's
interview.
still time. There's still time. Miguel Montes out of Spain. Finished, or cashed in the mini main. Good tune-up for the big one. She has also made the money in.
This table is so serious, huh? We need Martin Cabral here. Not like that. not like that.
Calling for Cabral.
I would let him enter now. How much to enter? 50K to let somebody
Bring him
sit
in.
down with a stack of, give him 20 bigs? Does that seem reasonable?
Maybe.
We need the cowboy that was singing the last 2 days.
It's kind of charming. Yeah, that's better. That's like that. What's that?
Okay, voice. Alright, he was good. He literally could sing it all too.
Yeah.
Super wide range.
I only heard these.
He standing on the spot too, so it was like when you sing Stand Alive. He's like, sure.
Oh wow.
Had it nailed. Yeah. Didn't have to look up the lyrics or anything.
I would have guessed that one was rehearsed. Yeah, it's good.
How was that last table, by the way, before dinner break? Who we brought in? Was it a gem?
She busted right
Did
away.
she really?
Yeah.
Did she have a lot of chips?
She seemed to be action. A massive hand. She had ace-9 versus jacks. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, from the table talk, supposedly she had like towards 2 million chips earlier. And yeah, she definitely seemed like a fun player to watch, but we didn't get to watch her for too long.
Lou 3-betting to 90K. Ah, man, we lost our guy Masato. Out in 884th. His producer, Hiroki, still with chips. Hiroki finished, I believe, 45th last year, which is the same place Masato finished the year before.
Come on.
Yeah.
No delivery?
Already.
Already?
Ordered delivered.
That's so much money coming.
Speaking of big-time bloggers, Brad Owen still in the mix.
Is Ryan DePaulo alive?
No.
You mean literally?
Oh,
Lit-
good
he-
question. I mean, maybe.
I believe he's amongst the living.
Okay.
Not much talk going on here. Where's
It's late, Bex. You know, everyone's tired.
I know one table that's definitely got some chatter going on.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I'll tell you what, I was looking into it. That table, which is fantastic, is unfortunate. They're going to be breaking very soon. So the Ite, Kasuf, there's some others.
Yeah, that would have been
Stacy, the
entertaining.
bigster.
Mm-hmm. Where's Makita's dad? Is he still in?
I think Calcano's going to jam
Yeah.
this year. About 11 bigs.
You're right, he's in there.
There it goes. Yeah, he had all the chips. Didn't Jeff? You just interviewed him, right? Not too long ago.
I did.
He had a decent stack, right?
Hey, he was doing fine, probably 800-ish or so.
Not what I thought he would sound like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't think he.
You think it's like more of a Belarus accent?
Yeah, for sure.
Calcano gets one through. Christian Calcano, I believe. Yeah, professional Magic the Gathering player.
I don't know what that is.
The how do I describe it? It's like it's a card game.
Do you play?
No, but a decent amount of poker players have.
Yeah, I've heard of it,
Yeah,
but not sure what it is.
David Williams, Efro. A lot of the
I
Magic
think I heard Bryn
background.
Kenny on a stream.
Okay,
saying,
yeah, Bryn.
Low key here, gonna come in with a raise, the ace-10 suited. Whoa. Lou off of 40-something bigs just pretty much snap folded that Jack-10 suited.
Haxton the 9-6 suited.
What was Chris Moneymaker's college roommate's name?
Peary.
Let me see if he's still alive in this. I was rooting for him.
He
Seemed
was
like a
on
fun
the
guy.
he was on the sauce very early.
Really?
Level 1 to start the day.
Yeah, he was getting drinks.
Got going?
Yeah, he was living it up, man.
Respect.
It's great.
855th place for him, 22.5.
He'll take it. By the way, shout out, I know we're on PokerGo with the chat open here, but also our high rollers over on YouTube.
Oh, fantastic.
They are fired up and in the chat.
Good to have y'all here.
The sound of silence.
Yeah.
Francis Anderson's still in the mix.
Has anybody said a word at this table?
No, they don't. They don't like to talk. It's a, you know.
Ike just
okay.
folds bottom pair, no backdoor draw there on the flop. Really no good turns for him other than a 9 or 6.
How about Donnie Peters?
I saw him
Still
on
in
dinner
the
break.
mix.
Said he had 10 bigs. Is he spinning?
He's spinning.
All right, nice.
Got it in with kings against ace queen. Kings hold.
What is he up to?
650-ish.
Oh, wow. So he must have went double-double.
Now, I'm going to get way ahead of myself, but we will have 2 new tables
Oh, my.
after this level. Donnie is one of them.
Oh, baby.
Eric Afriot there.
At that table?
Yeah. Yeah.
With Francis?
Yes.
There might be some talking at the... Lou folding Jack 10 suited last hand. Snap
Can't do that. Can
Ace
you?
3
Is that-
suited
is that
this
legal?
hand. Seems as though maybe he just wants to be the first one in the pot. Doesn't really want to 3-bet.
Ace 3 suited seems fine fold, yeah.
I meant
Yeah,
the
but
Jack 10.
he doesn't really,
yeah, right,
just like a snap fold both times. The Jack 10 suited
Just not at the table.
was
I
surprising.
don't know. I think so.
Haxton, ace jack, and the small
Asking
blind.
if I can get my phone outside the table.
I think it's outside the table, but
But I don't know if it's outside here or outside like. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can I get my phone out like here or have to go outside?
King, queen, deuce. 1 heart.
Is Locquet a online player or?
Perhaps. We have him listed as a pro. Not that much in the terms of live tournament earnings.
Biggest cash of all time, 47,000 this
The
summer.
win. 1100 turbo. You think that's the one you ran deep in?
No.
Okay.
How did you know I was deep in an 1100?
remember you were
turbo?
deep. I
All
thought
right.
scout.
Okay, Jeff. Yeah, curious if he was like a cash game guy for a lot of time and is now transitioning to tournaments. It's the way he seems to play.
He played the 25K at EPT Monte Carlo.
Maybe
Cash there.
just an online guy
Yeah.
that is starting to play more live then. So I don't think you just hop into a 25K right off the bat, right? Locquet with a really big bet size here, with his 0 showdown, really nothing good for him on the turn other than a heart, so doesn't mind getting blown off his hand here. If doesn't want to get check raised, but if he would, he's just done with it.
Ike comes with it. Nicely done, Isaac Haxton. Haxton more than $55 million in career live tournament earnings. Finished second in the 100K PLO to Sean Deeb.
Does he play online often as well? Yeah, right?
Haxton?
Yeah.
What, bananas for dessert?
Not much he plays nowadays online, but just to put in plenty of volume.
Wait, where are they running tournaments for Ike to play online?
Sure.
100% chocolate.
Um,
No sugar.
Cacao, yeah?
They have a lot of 100Ks there
Cardamom.
Thank you.
on WSOP.com.
Almond butter or something like that. Intense.
yeah, that's a
but
great
no
point.
sugar.
I don't think he
Not sure.
probably doesn't.
I was just more so saying, like, yes, he has the 55 million live. He probably has more millions in online earnings.
Oh, he
My
crushed
From
it.
back in the day,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Feel like I've
trying to
seen
be
him
good.
on like a GG final table before, maybe
Yeah, he'll
during
play that.
COVID. So maybe he
He'll
took a
play
trip to
those
Mexico
10Ks,
or something.
25Ks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he probably went to Mexico. Fourth in chips right now in the main.
Yeah.
Helps for the
Celine
calories
Dion's
not
son.
homemade as well.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, look good.
Rene Charles Angelou.
Wow. I saw Daniel put out a tweet earlier that they golf together. I think they belong to the same course. Said he's a good golfer.
TPC Summerlin.
I believe it's South Shore, whatever one.
Oh, Daniel's now out there, right? That's right, because
He's
moved.
way out in
yeah.
like Las Vegas.
Life is good, huh, Liv? You made a pair earlier?
I know.
That was... Wow.
Don't do it. Come on.
Raise 35.
Nice try. Nice try.
I'll tell you, Lynn is not scared to get involved.
Yeah.
Tough to imagine Josh come in with a shove here. I guess he lost some chips that we missed.
I believe Tommy B took it to Josh K in that hand when we were away when Boivin overbet the river. That was against K. Seen a lot of chatter about Nick and Ali. Folks, you're in luck.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow night, the debut of the night shift. They're back. Nick and Ali. Jeff and I are going to be doing it during the days. Then we bring in Nick and Ali for the night shift, per usual. I might actually just stay here and sit in the booth with them.
You think they would like that?
Well, I got to earn my keep.
Like bring Ali candy and
It's
stuff?
warm in here. Maybe I'll, fan them.
I think we got a different booth.
Oh,
It's
we're
the
going
big
to
show.
We're going to the big show
Yeah.
tomorrow.
You
That's
nervous?
Right. Very.
Got a bunch of production trucks out there.
Take a jack, 3 outs.
3 outs. He said it.
Jack.
Lauer looks for a jack.
No. Good.
Does not find it. That does it for Robert Lauer. Out of Park City, Utah. Business owner there. Good run in the main. Best run of his career. His wife, by the way, Emily, a 3-time Olympic skier in freestyle aerials.
Whoa.
Sweet. She's a coach for U.S. Ski and Snowboard. USA.
Love that. I know really nothing about the slopes,
Same.
but I love that.
But yes, to go back to Brent's point, we'll have Natalie Boeree on the sidelines all day, every day. I'll join her at night during the night shift, which is kind of upgraded to like the prime time shift, but we'll keep the wording. By the way, I think all of the previous commentary teams did a tremendous job. But I must say I had issue with Remco calling himself and Mincy the night shift.
I think
that was offensive.
In Remco's defense, I don't believe he said that. I could be wrong.
I think he tweeted it.
I thought Mincy did.
Oh, did Mincy?
I think Mincy tweeted it.
Oh,
but
okay, and that's what I'll leave.
And I'll defend them both. Mincy doesn't really know better. And Mincy probably just assumed if you're on in the evening that everybody's the night shift.
Yeah, Remco at least said it. Well, trouble for K here. His flop top pair. That call pre could get you in a little trouble. Uh-oh. The all in the snap.
He's fine.
Okay.
Just needs a 9 or a 10.
That's true.
Or a straight. Josh K goes deep in all these events. He's cashed the main event 9 out of 16 tries.
16.
Remarkable stat. Watch how good he runs.
Okay. Yeah, let's see it. Well, we see it on the turn.
See? Outs.
7, 9, 10. Well, we see it on the river.
Well, good game.
No, we will not.
Yeah,
Good game indeed,
that'll do it.
Josh K.
You mushed him, Brent.
I was trying to get him there.
Finally caught one.
$27,500 for that score. Meanwhile, Montes all in once more. This time, though, in a little trouble. It's Locquet's 9s.
My third order is on the way. My third order is
King, Queen, 3. Montez needs an ace. Or could find the queen. River, though, is a deuce. Does it for Miguel Montes.
Just dropping like flies.
They really are.
Yeah, back-to-back knockouts here for Risk.
More are coming, but they don't have a
Family probably watching back in France at the breakfast table.
He's up to about 1.5 million.
6 max.
It's random though, right?
What do you mean?
Random. Like the random player gets moved, right?
Yeah. I mean, they'll go to some 9-handed table. I think it's not exactly random. I think they're more likely to pull them from the tables that are closer to being next to break. But
oh yeah, that's fair.
Maybe they're gonna bring Joseph Chow, the famous guys here.
I don't know exactly what the procedure is.
That's what I mean. Like they're not just gonna be like, oh.
Well, we have a breaking order, and so this is one of the empty seats that goes into table break. So.
Yeah, you don't just hand pick someone. Liv Boeree in a ton of trouble.
You don't like that?
She's got 2 10s.
I wonder what he's gonna do. I'm all in.
No.
Up against Preston Green's 2 kings.
Yeah, Preston the covering stack, and when he calls, by not saying call, but I'm all in.
Yeah, it's a bad sign.
That's going to
It's
be
a bad
bad
sign.
news.
To his friends.
She's going to need to find a 10 here.
What do you do with queens here?
Fold. Yeah, he's saying, I got this, no worries.
570K if she somehow finds a way. Is the 4-1 underdog. Comes ace-7-6. Backdoor straight draw is there.
The old 8-9 trick.
How about 8-9 or 10 on the turn? That's fair.
Any sweat.
You're
Just a
really
sweat.
anti-sweating Preston,
No. A big Preston Green fan. I think Liv is good for the game as well. Turn is a queen. She's going to need a 10.
I think we might get a fist, like a
Good luck. Give it to you.
Is it there for Liv? No, it's not.
some sort of celebration
on the
by
river.
Preston.
Take care.
Good game, Liv Boeree. Quite the effort, especially coming on the heels of a
think we'll go back
WSOP
in.
Super main run at WSOP Paradise.
perfect.
Makes some
huh?
money,
He's go to sleep with
$27,500. And is out the door. Preston Green, they call him Catfish. The retired plumber out of Cypress, Texas. It's the Houston area. His biggest cash before this one for $1,900.
I mean, that's incredible. Retired plumber. They call him Catfish.
How can you not root for this guy?
Alive.
Wow.
Well done, man.
3 kings in a row. Wow.
Make a run, Catfish.
Catfish stacking nearing $1 million now, right?
He's got some chips.
Here we go.
Again, this is TJ Lou. We're getting that graphic fixed. But Lou's got the deuces.
Oh, wow. Now this is a fight. Mallards versus crabs.
And you know, unless Ramsey finds a 3 here, I think Lou's the favorite to win this hand.
Jack 8-5.
Well, that's a bold statement considering we watched him fold top pair, top kicker.
Oh no.
Check, check. Turn king.
Is this one of those
Check,
hands
check,
where they
fold.
just both instantly check it down?
Can't imagine.
Yeah, I think Lou's gonna put out a bet here on the turn.
You gotta bet here now, right? You get checked to twice.
This is your card.
There he is.
There we
Okay,
go.
a little delayed C-bet. This should get it done.
There we go.
I wonder how you get the nickname Catfish.
It's a great question. Spelled with a K also.
Catfish with a K?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, well, so that's not one of those, you know, bizarre dating scenarios.
Right, but it's also not the actual catfish.
I see some more blues. Other than you, first
I
time.
was going to say, I was having a nice day until you come.
This
now.
guy was at the
Come to
Texas
give me a
Poker
headache, yeah,
Open
before I go to sleep.
in
Now,
Houston.
No massage, no music. Now this
Playing
guy.
everything, this new
This is
player.
a fuck- and she's gone as well.
Is his last name Kim? Do you have any
No one
info?
cares.
Yeah.
I
Let's just go
believe
back
his
in.
last name
Can we
is
actually ask them?
Nam.
It is Nam.
Nam? All right, 3 letters. Was close.
Are you thinking about my guy, Kim?
No, this.
San?
Does he have a long first name?
Yes.
Yeah, this guy was definitely in Texas. Plays a lot. Been traveling. Florida, everywhere.
He has 1.7 million. Christoph Conan out of Belgium. We asked Conan who's on the rail for him. He says all of Belgium. He says whole Belgium.
Flop's the best hand.
10-6.
I just folded pocket 6.
I think that was Catfish. Telling his rail he just folded 6s.
Oh no, this hand? I didn't even
Oh
see
dear.
Who muttered that they folded
I
sixes?
think Catfish.
Why?
I don't know. As the king rolls off on the turn, Lou now picks up the best of it.
Check. Check. 35,000.
$35K.
It's nice pot control by Lou. Does have the ace of diamonds in hand. Worth noting.
Three of diamonds on the river.
I think Conan's just gonna lose the pot. Check back here.
Well, jack in hand.
Yeah, if he bets, he's repping ace jack, essentially. He knows if he checks, he can't win.
Check.
Does check, will not win.
Hello, everybody.
Yo.
Sounds like Asher.
Yeah, it's spooky. It's very
Spooky.
spooky.
I'm not good at quiet.
Neither am I, mate.
Sounds like the 10th place finisher in the 2022 main.
Make it another run.
Second place finisher in that freeze out to the guy that was on stream earlier, right? This summer?
To Roseboro, yeah. That 10th place finish in 2022, good for $675,000.
I believe his bust out was he was flipping like tens versus ace king, right? And the guy flopped 3 kings, just
Yep.
dead. Oof.
Just dead, just like that.
No sweat. Brutal.
It looks like a whole new world.
You're a whole new world.
Speaking?
There was a nice lady here, now you're here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's why the chair was hot.
She seemed more nice, more enjoyable to me, maybe? It's different?
Oh, you seem nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you seem nice.
That's right.
Rohit. Rohit.
Asher.
Asher. Nice to meet you.
I enjoy the ride.
Yeah, you look like you're fresh. You look like you just walked out of bed fresh.
I want to get
Seven
Asher
a.m.
the
I said that
catfish
really, I'm
cooking.
not even joking.
Appreciate that.
Seem very fresh.
Fagan
good.
here.
That's nice.
Surprised Lou didn't consider peeling
I've
the
just been
4-5
sitting here
suited
complaining
blind on
how
blind from
we were here
what
because
we've
of
seen.
Liv.
Doesn't seem
Okay.
And now she's
scared to
busted,
get
so
in the
she cannot
mix.
go back in.
Okay.
Pretty much just snap folded.
End of the level?
And what a fold it
Do
was.
you think that that's back? No. I want. It's more fun in there. It's more madness. You can hear all the sounds.
hear there's a lot
You know how
of
funny it is?
sounds
I
going,
sit
yeah.
there and I crack up listening to all the sounds, action, watching people.
Yeah, it's fun.
I get a massage and you can't fucking even.
Especially
can't
in this
even-
thing.
It seems like a.
It's the best.
This guy keeps talking about getting a massage.
He's a big fan.
Are they not
Yeah.
allowed to get a massage?
No,
on
you
the-
can. Yeah, on these tables, we allow the massage.
I wonder why he isn't. Boivin here.
Raised 35,000.
Using phones. That's
Once we
Yeah,
start
they said
rolling
just
with
around
the
the
CBS
trim.
Sports Network coverage, that's when there's no massage on the main stage.
Is there? Do you know the reason for that?
It's mainly just
Yeah,
how
the
it's
table was next to the
looked
soup, so that was just
or how it's
Oh,
viewed.
wow.
soundtrack.
Has he got any chips? Do you know?
A lot of times it's messing with the
Look at
mics,
this.
right?
You can't tell how many chips he has, but how much he's talking.
Yeah,
Not
he doesn't.
all of them.
He's
It's
so
just
consistent.
And for that
which
reason,
is
we
shocking.
often
I know him from
don't
the
keep
casino.
players up for
I've
more
known
than
him
one
since-
level
I don't
because
often,
of
I don't
the
know him, but I've heard him yip yap
inconvenience
since
at
maybe I
times.
was about 18 in London. I remember. I think he put third for an Irish Open once, and they paid him, but he brought the money to London Victoria Casino, and he was showing off the cash, walking around the casino, like who going? Yeah, and then he cashed. I was at cashier, and he cashed out. He demanded the money, cash, and the guy was like, "We recommend not give you cash. We'll give it to your bank." Like, no, I want a brown bag and I want cash. And he was just walking around the casino. And it was just like,
Each
this
their own,
guy.
I suppose. Funny.
He's nice.
So it's 125.
I mean, he's got an energy, right? He's got personality.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever you.
Not so much energy. He's got energy.
And to be honest, he's never been disrespectful. I mean, I don't know what he does, but since I've seen him, he pushed boundaries, but he's never been rude or anything.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about the fact that they mic'd everyone else up with me.
You want to take mine? I can't stand that this thing is here. You want to take it?
Like, no one
I
wants to
talk,
hear this guy.
I talk so much crap and it's so dumb.
We got to get Asher a mic.
Success this summer. It's been a good one.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun.
Enlighten me. Tell me more about this guy. I've been playing poker with him. All I've been watching him is eating meals.
Just
So
what
maybe
the
that's part
JMac
of the
said.
success. He's had like 4 meals.
Yeah.
Plus
No
the dinner break. I
exaggeration.
don't
He
know what
probably
did at
has
that
had
dinner
4
break.
meals.
Meditation time.
Yeah, exactly.
He worked it off.
No, he went into some deep trance. Deep trance.
Too sharp. He said it's dinner time eating.
No, of
Like
course,
everyone,
like
right?
everyone
The
else.
guys.
I like.
Gotta be sharp. What did you do on dinner?
Power nap, huh?
Power
Yeah.
nap. That is sharp.
That's crazy. It was like 20 minutes something or more long.
30. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I actually had the time to go and take a room and then nap.
Oh. And then end of the day, you still sleep fine, no problem?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
check.
I rarely sleep during the like midday nap when I'm playing because I'm hyping myself up the whole day
Of course.
and then you have to go and sleep. But yeah, just closing your eyes, I think,
Sure.
resting the brain a little bit.
We got to hype ourselves up more during the day.
Yeah, it's
Check.
fun.
Check.
Give me a good
Like
poker
Boivin.
lesson playing with him today. Learned a few things.
Good player.
Wait,
Do not open.
what
when
does
it's his big
Boivin do to
blind.
hype
not
himself
shove.
up during the day?
I don't know.
Do
He's
not
just saying he
shove
doesn't
0.5
sleep
big
much
blind
during the
on stone
day.
bubble from the small blind with
That
his
was my best hand of
Is
my
it a
whole career.
nap?
No.
Right.
I think your hand is good.
Do you take
taking
naps?
Hand
The guy who had 0.5 BB. and folded his
No, but
check
I also don't really hype
stone bubble
myself
and he
up
said,
during
"Wow, I
the
would
day.
never fold
Oh
that."
yeah.
When
no,
does
you
he
were
have
right.
time to
That's
nap?
No, you were, no,
I think your hand is a
breaks
call,
up.
like,
I'm not going to
I think
overfold. Yeah.
the hand plays.
They're
Unless you have that
20-minute
perfect
breaks.
hand.
Where you
Yeah.
just go sleep in the hallway?
I play
Maybe.
this. I like the hand after that. That was fun.
I didn't.
Never again. That was just my the 2 moments.
If I call, you probably have 0%.
I understand that, and this is what my better poker players would tell me. Don't do it.
But if I fold often enough, you're making money.
I can't help myself. And you've got that feeling.
Yeah,
If you don't go with it, then I start to judge myself.
I completely validates the intuition and
Yeah.
Need to
Just
find
there a
the.
couple months. Yeah, cities.
Yeah. Did you play any poker there?
Yeah.
Champions?
I'll be at like a big.
Did you go to Legends
35.
or any the other
But I
ones?
stayed like in the wrong part of town. It was like 40 minutes to get there. Like whatever.
Shout out champions.
Everything was just so far away from each other.
Yeah.
Seems as though Asher,
Not as
rather
far,
than
though.
staying at Champions,
Right,
stayed
why?
across town. Probably should have just stayed there.
Lovely property.
Yeah.
There's so much poker in Houston now, it's pathetic. Everywhere, every street corner you go to, there's a room.
It's all card rooms, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but a lot of them are getting brave now, and they're putting baccarat in there
I heard
into
about this, like in the
bunch,
back or
a
whatever.
bunch of baccarat.
Well, that's
yeah.
not good. Champions doesn't do that.
Oh, packed. So I don't know. Eventually, I think the attorney general them
No one has to
shut,
need tissue
shut
paper,
everything
right?
down.
Oh, no.
You know, because
No, sorry, man.
Unless they're getting.
then we'll have to go back to Louisiana playing.
Yeah.
Good time to
We're
run
going to
a
roll
promo.
a promo over Catfish
I think we need to at this point.
with the baccarat talk.
Yeah, we don't like
Yeah.
that. Oh, with the Blaze hoodie, nice. As we remind you that playpokergo.com is fun. It's free. It's real online poker. It's available on web, iOS, and Android. Remember, there are free rolls every hour. At the bottom of the hour, 1 million gold coin.
Did they get Blaze? Has he been eliminated?
Oh, I don't know. Good question.
He was still in on dinner break because I saw him in the Halliburton jersey running through to get back in time.
Remember, Jared Blesnick said he's done with poker. C-Boy's final tables.
Yeah.
I am seeing Chad Blesnick still
in
alive
there?
with
Let's go.
450K. He's got 30 bigs.
See Calcano pass on 7s there with 11 bigs. Low key with the under the gun open. Yeah,
I like it. You
think
like
it's
it?
a good fold with the 7s in general. Like in this specific case, he would have been sitting in good shape, assuming no one.
Sure.
Oh, and that's why you fold the 7s to the under the gun open.
Kozlov squeezes queens.
Yeah, just over 20 bigs. I think he's just gonna put it in and take it uncontested. But who knows? Maybe Ike's in the small blind with ace king or something.
There is the jam. And the prayer.
Yeah, that's nice. So Kozlov picks up 180,000 without even seeing a flop.
Very sad.
I still can't get over the fact the satellite sensation, and can we call him the Jabberwocky? What's his name?
I think Satellite Sensation you should go with. That was nice.
But say his last name.
Jakubowicz?
Jakubowicz.
I think so.
Got in for $5.
It's unbelievable.
He's in the main event for $5.
How's that possible? He paid 5 to win a satellite and then won another satellite or something?
Yeah,
Or
just super
just kept
satellited
parlaying?
his way in.
Wow.
You setting up all your fans, Jeff?
The time has come.
You're getting a little warm?
Oh, no. The time has come for me to
you're
head back out
You're going to exit.
into the field.
Why are you going back out there?
I just do what the bosses tell me to do. We'll get some good interviews out there.
You know they don't even air them, right?
Oh. Well, in that case.
This is a painful fold right here for
Yeah.
Calcano.
You want me to just go live on X or Instagram and just film you doing commentary? You want to be on camera. That's what you want.
Of course.
Yeah. You have to go change into your suit?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
My hotel room.
So you walk all the way back to your room.
I could have planned it better, yes.
You go full-blown Clark Kent Superman mode, whip into costume, and head out. Into the field you go.
You've been staying here the whole World Series?
No, just a little bit here and there during the main.
Kaslov's got a 6 spot here, 2 9s. There has not been a 3-bet, just a raise and a call.
Yeah, I think he's going to call as well. Oh, no. What do I know?
$130K.
I could see Parisi doing everything here.
And Kaslov only started the hand with roughly 30 bigs. Parisi might be able to just back jam and put it all in and get it in pure. We know nothing about the dynamics, right? Other than what we have witnessed thus far since we started coverage with this particular group. Is Kaslov extraordinarily tight? We don't know.
Call.
Parisi just calls.
I wonder if Kozlov would have called off if Parisi jammed.
6-3 deuce.
Well, it's probably going to go in no matter what. At this point, on this board.
Check. Yeah.
Is 330 out there? Kozlov only has 375.
All in.
He says all in. I mean, can this isn't going to work, right? Parisi's not just set mining with the tens. We can't
right.
fold the tens.
Can't call pre and then fold on the 6-3 deuce.
We've got the 9s beat. We have all the ace queen, ace king holdings beat. I know we're a little worried about jacks or better, but again, all this is simple and easy for us.
Sure.
Watching the coverage, but we know nothing about Kozlov. Maybe this guy is just showing you kings and aces all day. Nothing but premiums.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that he was set mining the tens and considering now folding. He got a perfect board and he still might fold.
I think we've only seen one hand from Kozlov. That was the queens. Pre.
Yeah, I think he's gonna fold from the looks of things, right?
The main event, man. People do crazy, wild, bizarre, spooky things, and these tens might hit the muck. If it happens,
and they do.
That's incredible. I mean,
Tu l'avais contre moi?
Wow.
C'est le pot que tu m'as demandé là.
Kozlov in a bet that's not designed as a bluff, works as one.
Remember that hand. Remember that moment. If Kozlov goes on to make a very deep run, think back to day 4 right here, right now. He very well could have and should have been eliminated. Instead, we move on.
Kozlov probably thinks he just got robbed of a double and
Right.
thinks
After
7s
that
or 8s
tank
just
and then the
folded.
fold, right. All right, gentlemen. Talk to y'all from out on the floor.
Go get him, pal. Any prime suspects? Who are you trying to eliminate tonight?
Well, that's not a thing anymore. Jesse Simon, our PokerGo sweepstakes winner. He's out there. Josh Rykard. Want to talk to him about calling it off
that
with the ace
hand.
high.
Yeah, sounds like he was incentivized maybe by that package.
Right, but he was telling me he has a lot to say to the haters on social media.
Yeah, the haters?
The guys who won't give him credit.
Josh
Let's chat
Rykard?
with him. Yeah.
Who's not giving him credit? What are people saying?
There's some people who are like, well, if he folded, he knew if he was wrong, he'd get 30K. You guys know it wouldn't have quite worked out that way. But let's talk to Josh
Anything
about
else you're going to talk to him about, or is that it?
That's probably it.
He had a 3rd place finish, right, in a big event?
That's probably it. Goodbye.
Good night, Jeff.
What did he finish 3rd in?
35.
I don't know. It was another event. I forget which one it was.
All right.
It was big. He's having a heck of a summer. What?
Here we go, Tyro. 2 jacks on the button. Playing just under 30 bigs. Would expect a 3-bet non-all in. There it is. Wow,
Now,
what a spot.
Yeah, 10s for Risk, I believe was the nickname. French Rigby Locquet. He knows he's got the family up and at him. They're tuned in. Can he get away from 2 10s?
Based on these positions, I don't think so. Haxton, as you can see, opening much worse than solid hands. Tyro on the button knows this. Seems to play well. Can 3-bet.
If Locquet does want to continue with the 2 10s, I mean,
I'm gonna assume a
small
cold
4-bet,
4,
right?
yeah.
Just to see what happens with Ike, who does have him covered with piles.
I would assume a small cold 4, and he will call the Tyro shove and fold to any aggression from Haxton. Definitely would not expect any sort of cold call from him.
He's counting out 4 betting chips.
Where in this tournament there are plenty of players who would just like flat the 10s. And
There is the
just try to-
smaller sizing. I believe it is
Yeah.
280. Now Tyro, all he's got to do is say all in, and he gets it in as a huge favorite with these jacks. Not an easy spot, by the way, when you're facing the gold 4. You know it's a hand.
Yeah.
You assume it's a hand. Tyro could be light, I suppose, right? He's got give it some thought here.
So Locquet clearly is like committed and has a good hand, but I mean Tyro literally has the 4th nuts pre-flop in a spot where he's going to be 3-betting way worse than this. So he does beat value, as you can see.
He does say all in. He's going to get it in great.
Yeah, neither of them love it. And turns out to be a great spot here for Tyro. Let's see if he can hold.
Make trips usually, from my experience.
Somebody calling out that
Not
a set
like
is
that.
coming.
Just my experience.
Ace, deuce, deuce. No
like that.
set for Locquet.
He had a lot of chips.
Going to need
And,
running clubs or a 10. And there's the 10 on
Who-
the turn.
Who said that the 10s make trips? Was that Tyro himself?
I don't know, but this guy is so good in these spots. We saw what he did to the backer, to Blesnik on day 1, and
Best hand.
4 of diamonds on the river. That's it. Tyro.
Taking it really well, laughs it off. Says good game.
How does he do it? Wow. Just makes it look so easy.
This guy hates me now, I think.
Okay, so it wasn't Tyro who said it.
He seems
Somebody
like
else.
a good
Hates
sport.
me.
I don't think he
Seat
hates
1.
anybody.
The satellite, what was it? The super set, what was your
Yeah,
nickname?
he got in for $5. The satellite sensation.
The satellite sensation called the 10 and now thinks he's hated by Tyro.
Oh,
He said the 10s always make the sets.
highly doubt it.
I'll
Man,
take run
poker's
good
so
every
messed
time.
up.
Tyro didn't really seem to care, did he?
Yeah, no, he laughed. He said good game, laughed it off. Gave him a fist bump. But man, he gets such a good spot. Dead money in the pot. 4-1 favorite. Gets screwed. And here's Catfish with the 2 overs versus the middle pair here. Let's see if he goes nuts. Love to see Catfish. Well, how is this pot so big here?
I will tell you how this got so big.
Lou 3-bet?
Lou 3-bet pre
Out of the big blind versus the...
with 9-5 off, flopped the best hand, continued, and that was just dragging the pot.
Okay, Lou.
Lou getting after it, perhaps coming after Catfish, saying, listen, buddy, I heard you're a retired plumber out of Texas. Your name's Cat. I'm going to come after you.
Better hope Catfish don't see this
Yeah,
stream
they
before the
said
day
no,
is done,
wearable
because
tech.
he may try to get him back. And I wouldn't want to be an enemy of Catfish, personally. I don't know about you. Not a guy I want to
No.
mess with.
I like this guy, Catfish.
Yeah, for sure.
Raise 30.
I like pretty much everybody. Well, that's not true. I actually dislike about 90% of people, but I like Catfish.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, earlier you were talking about not being a fan of a couple people. And you know what? I'm just going to air it out right here.
Well, I probably wouldn't. You know, bad for business, Specs.
Lou coming. Oh, did not see the open.
He did not
Okay.
see it.
Okay. So now at this
If I'd
point,
known you didn't know,
he can forfeit the 15 or fold, and he chooses to fold.
I thought you were just calling it 30.
And I was just kidding, by the way, about you mentioning.
No, you
some
weren't.
people.
There are plenty that yeah. We just can't say who it is. Let them all speculate.
I was wondering what's on the shark, and it is a party. I just saw the bottom, and I was like, it looks like a bow. I was really
In
staring
about,
at the hand serve.
call it 20, 30 minutes, we will have 2
You know what?
new feature
I was
tables. They
thinking
will carry
twice
us through
before
for the
I saw Shark,
remainder
and now I
of
see
the
with the party
evening.
hat, I definitely like
I
it.
mentioned one. That's going to be Donnie Peters. Still out there with Eric Gaffriot. And if you like that hat, and if you like anything else that you've seen, check it out. 20% off discount. Use that code WSOP25. That's a special sale. If you're tuned in right here, right now, watching, whether you're on PokerGo or one of our high rollers on YouTube, I'm talking to you guys. Go buy stuff. No gamble, no future. Happen to like that brand. High stakes poker. My guy Nick Schulman. He'll be on air tomorrow night as part of the night shift with Ali Najad. And that hat, the classic. Look how comfortable that looks, Bex. What? You never wear hats now? You do, right? You're a hat guy.
Are you serious? I wear hats
all the time.
Pretty much every day I play poker.
Yeah. You got a little fluff going on up top. You kind of look like...
This might be the longest my hair has ever been.
You look slightly Euro, little French
Really?
vibe to you.
I don't know how to take that. I'd just say laziness. I've been playing every day. No time to go to the barber and get a haircut.
Are you... Last time you and I were together, you had a tremendous... And I mean this. I loved your mustache. You just had a mustache, nothing else.
I don't see it coming back anytime soon.
You're done with it.
I wouldn't say done, but I had it going for a little bit.
It was nice growth.
Are you trolling?
No, I loved it. I actually loved the mustache. I've tried it myself.
I got called I had the look of a porn star from back in the day, apparently.
Oh, that's better. Porn.
With
I was
the
thinking it
mustache.
was going to be like pedo, but a
No,
porn star's much better.
I did hear that as well, though.
Yeah.
That was a little bit of a pedo look. But anyway, what do we got here going on?
Not sure.
It looks like an all-in cards on their backs.
I'm just staring at your face.
Nice spot for Calcano, but
Yeah, I'd say that.
Risk has not lost an all-in yet. So I'd be a little bit nervous.
This guy is very hard to beat. We've
Man,
seen him
he's up to
eliminate
1.8.
He's eliminated 3 players at this feature.
What are we waiting on here?
Well, their producer saying, okay, let's do it. Let's take a flop. Here we
Let's
go.
run it.
Here we are. C3.
Oh, God.
9. Queen. That's top set. All right, that's going to be a tough one for...
This would be tough.
It's gonna
But
be
if
the
anyone
9-9
can do it, yeah.
Or the ace-ace. That's it. How about
Okay.
quad queens?
Getting bots.
Any more queens?
Calcano back, been grinding that 10-ish big blind stack for a while now. And he's up to about 20 bigs.
Yeah.
Patience pays off, passed on the 7s, passed on the Jack-10 suited. And look at him now.
Table for sure.
Just waiting for the premiums.
Yep.
Not, I wouldn't say premiums, but just like a much better spot. You know?
That's fair.
It's not about waiting for premiums. It's about waiting for better spots. Gets it in as a bigger favorite here.
No, those are pretty familiar. I think it was a reflection cutoff.
Everyone always saying the cards are marked on every table. This is just what happens when you play. I don't like people squeeze the cards. They're getting shuffled every hand. Do you really think anyone's got the balls to start trying to mark cards on the feature table?
Unlikely, but you know, there are some real scumbags that no matter what, they just can't help themselves.
I mean, that would really take some
They
serious
do it all tournament
balls.
long, yeah. And stupidity.
So many cameras. Like, I guess if you get caught, you would be banned, right?
I'm genuinely with you. It's accidental what's happening.
Yeah. I see it a lot, though. People calling out marked cards where, like, I don't think it's a thing personally most of the time. I'm sure sometimes it happens. But anyway, Ike here with one of the best starting hands.
You don't think
in
people
poker.
in certain games are marking? I mean, how many? Have you ever won in a private home game before?
Have I ever won?
Yeah.
What private home game?
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good answer. I'm hoping that, because if you've never won, then maybe you
I haven't won. Yeah, you're right.
might be, you know, getting fleeced.
I just feel like a lot of the time, just from playing a lot, always people try to point out, like, oh, this card is marked, and it's like the 6 of clubs or something, like, and I'll be like, let me see it, and I personally just never notice anything. And it just, like, slows it up. You got to get a new card, but I don't know. I've never seen any sort of cheating occur. I don't know about you. I'm sure you
Is that
have.
what you're showing me?
Yeah. I may just be oblivious.
I'm semi-oblivious. I've never played big enough games privately where I don't think it was happening. Anyway,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
all
a tale
relative.
as old as time. We got Big Slick versus Big Lick, and it is 8-7-7.
Okay, so
Parisi flopped well.
yeah, Parisi with a really nice flop here out of the big blind, but not the type that's gonna check raise an open ender. I don't think to a probable C bet here for Mike, right?
We'll find out. I thought it said that Parisi checked. Maybe he did. I also saw him reaching for chips, but
Yeah, no, he checked.
Okay.
But just from what we've seen, I would think I would be a little bit surprised if he just comes with the check raise here. And he's got a great candidate to raise. Open ender, backdoor flush draw. Yeah, just a call here.
The hearts have now entered the back door. Haxton picks up the nut flush draw.
Yeah, great card for Ike's hand. Not a great card for his range. 9-10 completes. I would say Parisi probably has more of that in his range.
9-10, Jack 10. Still have to be somewhat concerned about any of the 8s, possible trip 7s. I'm curious about Ike. Does he just sort of take the equity that he's picked up right to the dome? Or does he continue to size up? This will be more about the specific opponent.
Sure.
And he does check back.
Yeah, not surprised to see that.
There's the 10 of diamonds on the river. Straight does arrive for Parisi.
I just expect Parisi to bet here and win, but it would be cool if he found a check here to get Ike to try to bet him off of an 8 or possibly a 10, but
65.
this is probably just the end of the hand.
Not a, I mean, 5-6 might be the only bluff that could be there.
Yeah, 6-4, 5-6.
That's about it.
Maybe a hand like, let's say, Ace-5 of spades, backdoor flush draw, Ace high on the flop.
Which we don't even know if Parisi would continue, but I assume he would. You and I, of course, would, but maybe not Parisi. Only Ike, I believe, would have the best answer. He's not a folder, is Ike. That much we know, but in this particular spot, I'm with you. I think he just gets off of ace high.
However, I do, let's say Parisi had an 8. Don't see him betting here. Let's say he had a jack, maybe, probably not. Probably just bluff catches.
Or a 10, right? Any of those hands.
So possibly in Ike's eyes, Parisi's saying he has a straight or nothing. But I mean, he did bet real small. Typically, a bluff with no showdown is gonna go bigger than this. I think he just folds. Nice fold.
Parisi up to 900K and change.
I want to let you guys know you will be going back to your original table on the break. We will pass out bags.
The players just got the news. They'll be exiting.
Do you know who's coming on to the feature table next?
I am aware that we have 2 new tables that will be arriving. I'm not sure who will be at this table specifically quite yet, but I will tell you this. One moment, let me load my notes. One of the tables will be featuring Greg Merson, former main event champion, and some other guy named Will Kassouf is with him.
Marvelous.
So we will have a
I
little
see
bit of banter.
Shin is at the table as well. Well, first, let's get to this ad. here.
Yeah. Hit me with a promo. I love these promos. Where did Jeff put these promo cards? He keeps them over in his little corner. This is our other feature that will be joining us. And GTO Wizard, of course, will continue to pound these guys and promote. You want to make optimal decisions in high-pressure spots, a lot like Francis Anderson or Eric Alfriad sitting there. Yeah, go check them out. GTO Wizard has you covered.
I don't think
GTOWizard.com/PokerGo. Save 10% on your first purchase.
I don't think Offriat's on GTO Wizard.
I don't know. Maybe he's
Is that Donnie Peters?
Yeah, this is one of our other features. So I just mentioned that we have Merson Kassouf. This is the other one. It's going to be Eric Alfriat, Donnie Peters, Francis Anderson. I'm sure there's plenty of others, and we're getting photos around with the group.
I cannot believe I'm saying this.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for Kasuf.
Yeah, you want that late at night, huh?
I mean, he's just entertaining. Like, he does not stop. Like, I could see how it could be just annoy you a ton, but
I think that Merson has direct position on Kasuf, so we'll,
Okay, yeah, Merson seems to be in great spirits. Saw him holding his kid on dinner break, laughing it up.
Is he out here with the
great
fam?
vibes? I assume he is. I'm assuming he has a young son, and it wasn't like some.
No, yeah, he
random,
does.
Yeah,
He's
so they're out here. Saw him on dinner break in good spirits, walking through. Asher, nice call here.
Yeah, he flatted out of the small blind with the 2 10s. The flop went check call, 8-8-7. Boivin barrels the turn.
Case 10.
And the case 10 does arrive.
And
Asher fills up.
Does Boivin think he can get any value from a sticky ace high, maybe even 2 9s? Asher flatting out of the small blind, not going to be many 8x or 7x. Potentially could have quads. But
Again, as played, Asher calls flop, calls turn. What?
Asher probably pure 3-bets, jacks plus. He can't put him on 10s. He has a 10 in his hand.
So does
he could target?
Tommy B think maybe it's
nice
ace high?
check.
What a check back.
Ooh.
Case 10, yeah.
Nice check.
One more bet.
On some cards, yes.
Maybe a little bit unlucky for Asher.
I hate that river.
You hate the river?
Yes.
That Boivin found the case 10
There's
there.
a couple reasons you can hate it. I don't know which one you're hurt. Players are wanting to give you a heads up. You're going back to your table.
Yes.
Oh.
Mary Walla could get his massage finally.
Well, he could have got one here. I guess he didn't know.
On the break. They didn't make me out.
I was saying on that feature with, I believe it was Kasuf and Merson's table, they have Shin, local. Let me try to pronounce his name here.
Bayan Shin?
Yeah, he goes by Shin.
Yeah. What do you know about Shin?
He won probably about a month and a half ago, back-to-back 1Ks at the Win, and then the next day Venetian, both multi-day events. Yeah, it was a Venetian one.
Is he playing?
He's a local, yeah. Plays mostly online, but more so live recently. He's been on a heater, so he's making a run. Seems to be on the shorter side, but still 20 bigs or so.
Raise 40.
So we are moments away from changing tables. Looks to me like it's going to be in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so. I also don't believe we're going to be taking a break, but we will all find out at the same time together.
Players all in.
Can I have a count, please?
Sixes are going to be all in for Conan. We might have some Belgian on Belgian violence.
180. Thank you.
As Tommy B's got himself a premium with the queens in the big blind.
Yeah, curious if he goes for a click or if he just flats the 180.
Most of the,
Does flatting the 180 allow Nam to also come into the pot? Is
No.
queen strong enough to where you want to allow that to happen? Remember, this is the
I
all-in
think
shove.
so,
is-
but they're 100 bigs deep.
Okay.
Not really sure what the correct play is in theory.
Most of it January, February.
I think he's gonna click it.
Just freezing.
Just for?
It's freezing.
It's freezing. It's freezing.
Believe-
Lifestyle's really nice. in Cape Town.
You are correct. He's going to make a 320.
Yeah, stone minimum. And Conan's gonna need to get lucky here.
Oh, I'm happy with my fold here. I had a hand. I had a hand. I had such a good hand against him.
Going in
Mr.
first
Optimal,
tournament
that's
live,
his
a
name.
couple of
He's the most optimal human
sixes.
being.
Was this the hand the guy had the ace-8 that he's talking about? What a good hand he had this hand? Ace-8 suited? Was that this hand?
I don't know why. I just. Can you just?
Not sure.
Yeah,
think
not
so.
my thing. I don't have the time.
He's saying what a big fold he made.
Fellow
Such a
countryman,
good hand
great
against
shot
this
here.
one. I dream of getting this. I don't know what happened.
Seems like he kind of knows it's coming.
4-5 deuce. He
Great
does
flop.
pick up some added outs.
I mean, this guy looks relaxed here.
Turn is another 4, so now 6 or 3 remains. Only outs in deck. We can see there are 5 clean ones, and it just comes running 4s.
Yeah, I mean, you were
Boivin.
just against the wrong guy
Nice
there.
playing with
Boivin having himself a hell of a summer. Gonna be tough to find a 6 versus him right now.
Do you have kids yet?
No, it's not optimal.
I know, but I can see them being the most optimal. I can see it. I can see it. Can you imagine this guy having kids? Wow. These things are going to be, they're going to be superhumans.
He knows.
Going to the main, maybe.
I'm a huge fan of Tommy B.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
I really
very
like
nice
it.
guy,
What a
friendly.
class act, yeah.
The
Yeah,
optimization.
always.
No, of course. No, I know you like,
Like,
Seen
it's
him get
inspiring. I like
really
it. I
screwed
like seeing
I
it.
like
in
it. Feel better.
big
No,
equity pots.
I'm
Never shows any sort of negative emotion.
But yeah, I think if I win the main, it's either I semi-retire or I go hard for like 3 years.
You're like the greatest.
And I
semi-retired.
all the
I think I would
Titans.
bet heavily against that. I feel like that's a.
Catfish, 35,000 with ace queen off, and it's Asher now with 2 9s in position.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna flat here pretty much every time.
Likely does come with just call. There it is.
Calls 35.
He's sitting on around 55 bigs or so, and now Boivin, small blind. Does he see an opportunity?
Yeah, I think all 3 options could happen here.
He's thinking it through.
I think I'm taking call off the table based on this tank. So probably fold or 3-bet. And he folds.
Just does let it go.
Just wanted us to feel
Ramsey out,
Yeah.
and we are heads up.
not appreciated.
King 5-8, 2 clubs. Both players clubless. Green doesn't seem interested. Does not connect, just ace queen high. Does Asher want a pot control with his 2 9s? Instead, he says, oh, you know what, I'll pot control in this way. Let's make it 2 blinds. 30K. Get the job done. Small ball approach from Asher. Effective. So
I
he's
thought
had a
there's
nice
only-
showing here at this feature,
There's
up
only
to
5
around
minutes left on
900K.
the
Yeah, he
feature
just
table,
got
so
here and
you know.
he's, I mean, he's very comfortable on stream, as you can see. Didn't need any time to settle in, just playing good cards. Always stacks a 10, by the way, in his stacks, I've noticed.
Tournament summary presented by Oats overnight.
Wow, they're really down to 586
That's
already.
it, 586, all playing for $10 million.
92 million in the prize pool. Oh my God. We messed up, huh?
The remaining field, everyone that's in here, whoever does survive tonight, they will all be moved into what is currently known as the Events Center.
I stream, I drink a lot.
Oh, Kasuf's got chips.
That'll be tomorrow, but yeah, here's a look at what feature is on its way. You got Mountain Dew versus almond milk.
I like both. Oh, really?
Now I know why you like Kasuf. He's a Mountain Dew fan.
Okay, I'm not gonna say. I mean, I don't not like Kasuf. I'm not gonna say like I like Kasuf. He's just. I would say for the viewing audience, he's gonna be entertaining.
What is happening? It's Mercer doing all the talking. Kasuf not saying a word.
Maybe he's resting his vocal cords for the feature. Did they get news there on the feature?
So getting warmed up? Yeah, they know at this point.
So maybe he's locking in. He's getting ready.
And then, like, the first, maybe like the second or third stream.
So he's talking to Shin, the guy I was talking about before, who it looks like chipped up a bunch from the numbers we have.
If I ever didn't have milk on camera while I was streaming, they'd be like, where the fuck is the milk?
Before we do part ways, perhaps a couple more hands. Action here was Marawala opens at 35K. Tommy B flats with the 2 8s. And Fagan came along for the ride out of the big blind with Jack 9 off. Marawala continues to tell a story with 2 7s, says, I'm the original raiser. I'll bet this texture. Looks like it should get the job done unless Fagan wants to stick around with just this gut shot. He is reaching. He's going to peel. There is a world in which, of course, turns go check, check, that he can take it away with just Jack 9 high. And that is a very, I believe, a bad card for Marawala whenever you do get called on this flop.
Yeah, Fagan could have considered leading there. Not sure on if he would have got credit, but not much Marawala could have done.
And he does knuckle the 2 7s. Ace now on the river, and
he has the best hand.
Jack 9, just as we can see, is in fact the best hand. 7s being counterfeit. Does Fagan want to try and bet?
Okay, so here with this board, the way that it ran out, a bet, in my opinion, there's zero. Yeah, I prefer check calling, honestly, if you think Marawala, because he's either going to have a hand like he has, or he's going to check back queen high, and you beat the sort of hand that he has. So you just need to decide if you think he's bluffing or not.
And I also, correct me if I'm wrong, let's say you had ace-jack, ace-queen, ace-8 suited, whatever the case may be, he would probably bet flop, check turn, and then bet again on river.
Yeah, Fagan didn't even consider.
Did not think
calling there
much about it. Nice execution by Marawala.
Sal, I get vibes from you that you're the best dealer they have in this place. Is that true? You can say it.
Say that louder.
No, but I get it. I'm not even joking. Is that true? Is it true? You can own it.
No, for sure.
No, I'm not even like trying to be.
You say we have the best dealers now?
This is the.
You hear?
This is.
100%.
I'm feeling something different. Like I've seen.
I feel like if Fagan heroed that jack right there,
on time, point, the throws.
we wouldn't be hearing this.
Going on my
Right?
resume. Keep pouring it in.
Marawala
please.
feeling
No,
good.
he's been super chatty, but yeah, feeling a little better now.
That's what happens. This is what.
Listen, they always have the best of the best.
That's nice. I mean, I've had some wonderful dealers this series, you know. Lovely humans, all these guys. Trying hard, focusing hard.
Dealers also.
Lovely. Team sport, right?
Raise the 35.
This guy's a character. I'm a fan of Marawala.
All right, let's get out of here, boys. Let's get out of here.
Guess it's the last hand before.
Yeah, you know, one more. Take a
end of the
little
level.
toke of Marawala. One last hit for the ride, for the road.
John, ready for the main event. Complete the hand that you're on. You're on a 20-minute break. 20-minute break for the main event.
Ramsey calling here, the king queen off.
Wouldn't mind seeing Ramsey mix in some 3 bets with
I
that
agree.
type of hand in position. Instead elects to just take a flop. We got potential action. Nut flush draw for Marawala. Ramsey, 2 overs in the gutter.
Small bet here by Marijuana.
Do I need to do anything with your chip? You're gonna carry all your chips back to your original.
Just a little dab.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you don't have to do anything.
Oh, I don't have. Just to go back to
Just
the.
give them the microphone and you can go. and-
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
They're gonna take your chips for you.
Okay.
So you can take your personal belongings and raise to 105.
I didn't see this coming.
And Ramsey now electing to raise.
Now, if you're Marijuana, how do you proceed? Do you want to try to get it in versus a potential worse flush draw?
Or just leave, just let me see.
Do you
the
just
shot.
call? Maybe scared of like 3 5s or 3 9s or something?
Oh, come on, Mary Jane. Do I look like the kind of guy that would fold the nut flush draw?
No, no. Fold isn't an option, but I'm saying call
Understood.
or
He's-
re-raise.
Yes, of course. I'm continuing on my little escapades as we play one more pot.
Oh my.
All right.
No, wait, hold on.
Was that, is the scanner
I full
100% accurate always?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I can't believe why I folded.
What? No, yeah, he did.
Well, that's a
Flush
mistake.
draw, I had no flush draw.
I think he might.
Yeah, he just said he had the nut flush draw.
Wow. What?
Props
Maybe just
to
wants
Ramsey.
to get. He wants that massage so bad. He's folded the nut flush draw to Ramsey, who is
Recognizing
remarkably
his
tight.
image.
We're. I don't think we're really going anywhere. No, I take it back. We are going to take a short break, and we'll be back in about
is back this
I don't know, 10 minutes or so. Stick around.
This is going to be such an amazing event back in fabulous Las Vegas. I had such an amazing time at the NAPT last year. It was one of my favorite events.
Stay up to date through the PokerStars channels.
Come play with us this November.
I'll see you in Las Vegas.
Be there.
That's a choice.
I gotta have
Oh, and he tricks Negreanu into getting active.
Never mind.
Well, Negreanu's attacking what he knows is weakness, but Rubinski,
She wrecked me. She took all my other chips.
the snake in the grass behind with the nuts. Rubinski's got to try to figure out, okay, how do I get value here without giving away my hand? And he's going to raise, and I think this hand is over now.
60,000.
Better fold.
Seems like a good idea.
Harry Elliott out of the way, Negreanu out of the way, and Rubinski takes that down. Maybe a raise that didn't necessarily need to happen. I watched the two of them do sprints and then push-ups.
Wow.
Yeah. Heading over to the outer table, Kelly in trouble. This is the hand Shinya's been waiting for. Case 4 on the flop. Just 23,000 behind. Kelly with just 10,000 behind. And hard to imagine a scenario where Kelly does not go broke here. Needs running cards. Pot's already got 10,000 in there. Oh, well, wait a second. Picked up a little bit more equity. Kelly can win this with a club, provided it's not the 9 of clubs.
Still only 18% though.
Yeah, he's got, I want to say like 8,000. He's got a little bit more than we're seeing there, but he is in bad shape. Can Shinya hold? This is the kind of hand she's been waiting for all day.
The ladies champ, back to back.
John Kelly possibly down to his final card. Needs a club. And it is a club. Wow.
Shinya is crippled.
Yeah, Shinya Yokomoto not running particularly well here. Flops a 6.
Ellis here. He's on the rail at Sean Deeb's final table. Sean Deeb first in Player of the Year standings. This man is second. You don't want to win Player of the Year?
I am already Player of the Year.
Well, Sean Deeb is in.
I mean, in by my measures.
By your measures.
By my measures. You agree with me, right?
Well, if you're using your measures, sure.
I mean, no, by your measures, I think it's obvious who is the player of the summer, right?
Well, I think to be honest with you, I do think you are one of the stars of the summer.
Okay, good. So
what's it like for you? How did you're taking selfies everywhere? I just heard a couple girls passing me like, oh my God, that was Martin
I hate
Cabral.
it. Everybody's stealing my time.
You don't hate
Everybody's stealing my time. Horrible. Just horrible.
What?
Especially this camera guy, he's trying to.
That's Ryan.
He's like, Ryan is following me all the way. It's horrible, yeah. And now you sneaking into my space, like.
What exactly are we interrupting? You just walk around everywhere and watch poker, and you're doing the same thing. What are we getting in the way
I was
of?
just spending a few minutes here, so I'm so nice to give you an interview. Are we live at the main event coverage?
We are live during the main event.
And people are bored watching main event, or they'll enjoy that.
I think they've been bored watching some hands, and some hands have been very exciting. You would agree, yeah?
I think they will be entertained tomorrow on day 2.
On day
but
2,
only for one level. Only for one level.
Heard this.
Otherwise, I unregister from the main event, okay?
Okay, but we have a deal, though. One level, you're fine with being
One
on
level,
feature?
I am fine.
Shake on it? Okay.
One level
Martin
maximum,
Cabral,
say that.
ladies and
Same
gentlemen.
one level maximum, say that.
One level
Say that.
maximum, if it's okay with you guys.
Oh, hello. So, Sean Koenig's 3-bet. The original raiser was Locquet with 9s. Sean Koenig's 3-bet, and Blesnik has picked up aces. And Blesnik has that image. He's got that, I'm crazy, I want to either get a huge stack or go home thing. And we'll see what Locquet does here.
Yeah, they're super deep.
Oh. I mean, Koenig's is not deep at all.
No, but
look at this.
Thank you.
Sean Koenig's grabs his shoulder.
The giggler.
Yeah, maybe a little bit inappropriate. I'm not a big fan of touching somebody else in the middle of the hand like that. But hey, you do you, Sean. Sean does fold, and action back to Blez, and now Blez got to decide. Does he want to 6-bet it, or does he want to set the trap? How does he want to play this?
What a spot.
They're chewing us recreational
Romain
partners,
Locquet,
players away.
the Frenchman, 30 years old against
Going back to my
Jared
day
Blesnik,
job.
38 years
Not
old.
for another week, probably, but.
Frenchman has Blesnik covered, but these guys are exceedingly deep.
38.
And Blez goes 38,000. And it's like 2011 all over again, the pre-flop wars.
Clickback battle.
So it's 22,000 back over to the Frenchman. 58,000 in the pot.
Let's see how insane this man really is.
His nickname is Risk. How much is he willing to take on right now?
Blesnik believes the metagame makes it look maybe like he's trying to steal the pot or something with this.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the game. I don't think he actually bluffs in this spot as often as people think he does.
No, and look at this.
I think he more often than not, he just has it here.
He has a customer.
He does. And look at this pot. My gosh, there's the call. The pot is 79,000 chips in there. That is an above, what is in the pot right now is above average stack right now.
He's earned his nickname.
There's a 9. Oh my gosh. Blesnik is dead. I don't know how you get away from it after you 6-bet pre.
No, basically just has a pot-sized bet left.
Oh my gosh. Because you've got to put him on kings or queens at this point, right?
Such an innocuous flop.
I mean, if the flop comes out king, queen, blank, at least maybe you think, okay, I'm up against the set. How do you get away from this? A nightmare situation for Blesnik. He bets 30,000. into 79. Pot is 109,000 chips. The Frenchman, Romain Locquet, with top set on, as you said, a ridiculously innocuous board. It's just, there's nothing there. This was 6-bet pre. So, I mean, I don't know how you put them on 9s.
Just an absurd cooler.
This is such a gross spot. I actually feel really bad for Jared Blesnik.
Call 30.
There's the call. And I don't even know if there's a card that comes off that saves him. That's not it. Oh my God, he made quads. You gotta be kidding me. This is not real.
All in.
There's the all in.
Call.
Wow.
Oh, fuck me.
Good game.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Quads.
That's insane.
Insane is the only way to describe
against
that.
aces.
I mean,
Wow.
I don't even know. Jared Blesnik.
Damn.
His main event is over.
Good luck, guys.
Yep.
Death by quads.
Oh. What an absolutely sick spot. Unbelievable stuff there. Jared Blesnik, 38-year-old. Nearly 10 million in lifetime earnings. And Carrie Katz hit a flush. Didn't happen here, but he does chop it up and he's still in there four-handed. Okamoto all in for 17.7 thousand. Hollywood Dave has made the call. Does Shinya survive? Her tournament life is on the line. So far, so good. The reigning ladies champion hanging on by a thread. 38,000 chip pot. It's a big one for both players. Turns an ace.
Of spades every time, Dave.
And Shinya getting up. She now needs the hook on the river. Her main event down to the last card. Not going to help with the 4 clubs. Seals her fate. And she is out with just a few minutes left in day 1 action.
Obviously. Jones in the chat says, Sloan is a menace.
3,000.
Raise 3,000.
People loving it so far. Yes, we are live. 60K starting stack for those asking. Please make sure to stay locked in here on the YouTube feed. We appreciate you all for hanging out.
Please give me the heads up when you.
And the structure of this tournament, I just cannot, you can't mention it enough. I mean, even now, over 12 hours into play, starting stack is still 60 big blinds.
Faramon asking if Cabral is playing. Yes, Martin Cabral is playing today, and he told us he would give us 2 hours of his time on the stream, so I wonder when that's going to be.
I'm hoping it's the 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. slot. Cabral, by the way, was walking back and forth. You saw it last night. I don't know what for. I don't know what he was doing. When we finished last night, I went over and I was railing Sean Deeb, good friend of mine and just a great poker player. And Cabral just there. I don't know. I mean, I guess just sweating his own player of the year.
I mean,
status?
Cabral still second in the POI race, as we see in the Granu with Jack 7 suited involved here.
Yeah, Harry Elliott limped in. The Granu raises 3x. And then Elliott min-raised back. Essentially, I guess he could have gone to 5K, but went to 6K. So on 1K, 3K, 6K. Rubinski has flopped the nuts, by the way. We've got the absolute stones in a small blind, and this could be a lot of trouble for Elliott, who started his hand with only 48,000 chips. Negreanu has a double gutter.
6,500.
Actually, pardon me, it is not. But he's got the straight draw, but he to the higher side of it, and Rubinski's got the absolute nuts. So a bet from Elliott, a raise from the Granu. Just a call.
Go.
Elliot's going to make this call. This pot now 39,500 chips.
Club.
Not a club, it's the ace of diamonds, and Rubinski, not only with the nuts, but as a redraw to the flush. Negreanu can still win this with a 9, as he would have a jack high straight. Elliot drawing dead. Elliot bets 1,000. He just bet 2.5% of the pot.
I mean, that's a choice.
I gotta have one.
Oh, and he tricks Negreanu into getting active.
Never mind.
Well, Negreanu's attacking what he knows is weakness, but Rubinski,
she wrecked me. She took all my other chips.
the snake in the grass behind with the nuts. Rubinski's got to try to figure out, okay, how do I get value here without giving away my hand? And he's going to raise, and I think this hand is over now.
60,000.
Better fold.
Seems like a good idea.
Harry Elliott out of the way, Negreanu out of the way, and Rubinski takes that down. Maybe a raise that didn't necessarily need to happen. I watched the two of them do sprints and then push-ups.
Wow.
Yeah. Heading over to the outer table, Kelly in trouble. This is the hand Shinya's been waiting for. Case 4 on the flop. Just 23,000 behind. Kelly with just 10,000 behind. And hard to imagine a scenario where Kelly does not go broke here. Needs running cards. Pot's already got 10,000 in there. Oh, well, wait a second. Picked up a little bit more equity. Kelly can win this with a club, provided it's not the 9 of clubs.
Still only 18% though.
Yeah, he's got, I want to say like 8,000. He's got a little bit more than we're seeing there, but he is in bad shape. Can Shinya hold? This is the kind of hand she's been waiting for all day.
The ladies champ, back to back.
John Kelly possibly down to his final card, needs a club. And it is a club, wow.
Shinya is crippled.
Yeah, Shinya Yokomoto not running particularly well here. Flops a 6.
Ellis here, he's on the rail at Sean Deeb's final table. Sean Deeb first in Player of the Year standings. This man is second. You don't want to win Player of the Year?
I am already Player of the Year.
Well, Sean Deeb is in first.
I mean, in by my measures.
By your measures.
By my measures. You agree with me, right?
Well, if you're using your measures, sure.
I mean, no, by your measures, I think it's obvious who is the player of the summer, right?
Well, I think, to be honest with you, I do think you are one of the stars of the summer.
Okay, good. So
what's it like for you? How did you're taking selfies everywhere? I just heard a couple girls passing you back. Oh my God, that was Martin Cabral.
I hate it. Everybody's stealing my time. Everybody's stealing my time. Horrible. Just horrible.
What?
Especially this camera guy, he's trying to...
That's Ryan.
He's like, Ryan is following me all the way, it's horrible, yeah? And now you sneaking into my space, like...
What exactly are we interrupting? You just walk around everywhere and watch poker, and you're doing the same thing. What are we getting in the way
I was just spending a few minutes here, so I'm so nice to give you an interview. Are we live at the main event coverage?
We are live during the main event.
And people are bored watching main event, or they'll enjoy that?
I think they've been bored watching some hands, and some hands have been very exciting. You would agree, yeah?
I think they will be entertained tomorrow on day 2.
On day 2,
but only for one level. Only for one level.
Heard this.
Otherwise, I unregister from the main event, okay?
Okay, but we have a deal, though. One level, you're fine with being
One level, I am fine.
Shake on it? Okay.
One level
Martin
maximum,
Cabral,
say that.
ladies and
Same
gentlemen.
one level maximum, say that.
One level maximum, if it's okay with you guys.
Oh, hello. So, Sean Kunix is 3-bet. The original raiser was Locquet with 9s. Sean Kunix is 3-bet, and Blesnik has picked up aces. And Blesnik has that image. He's got that, I'm crazy, I want to either get a huge stack or go home.
Well, fitting that we ended the highlights with a Cabral interview, as we are going to be bringing you somebody else who's got the gift of gab. That'll be at the other feature table. Here, however, we can see it's Eric Afriat on top. 2.4 million, just about 2.5. He's got a pile deep in the main. Outstanding resume, especially as far as the WPT is concerned. Our very own Donnie Peters, also along for the ride. Here's our other feature. Yeah, that's Kasuf. That's a lot of chips. Greg Merson, however, up top. He's got around 2.5 million as well. Tai Ha, Shin, who you know quite well. J-Bex.
Yeah, played a lot with Shin, especially over the past year or so. Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm excited to see Kasuf here.
Well, let's get right into it. Khan, Ace King, he goes to 40K.
I like this guy's sweater. Saslav, I'm not going to try to say that.
I heard commotion in the control room on break. They were mentioning the sweater game.
When do you get out here?
We'll call him Salsa.
To Vegas? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, well, we'll call him Salsa, but it looks like it's Saslav. But
sure.
I played the 600
we'll go Salsa, that's easier to say.
Just for the main event, really. But I came a week to climatize, I don't want jet lag. And
I do the same thing, yeah.
But 1 week later, I'm still fucked, like not going to bed till 6, 7 in the morning and being on my phone, social media, friends.
Swing it back over here. We have an all-in.
How you feeling?
For
feeling good?
De Felice. Jack 9 suited, called by Holtzman, who has Ace Jack domination.
I know it's going.
Play.
It's going. And this hand will probably be on it since it's an all-in. Good luck.
Francis Anderson is spot on. It's an all-in. We're covering it.
Uh-oh.
What a window card it is. Ace, Ace 7, 2 spades. 9 outs in the deck. Only one of those spades has been removed.
Oh yeah, that's how it
There's
was.
a 9. Changes little to nothing at all.
Never easy.
Down to the river. And it's another 9 that is no good. Dynalot Alex De Felice from Canada has been eliminated from the main event.
No, it'll be in stream. Don't worry.
Deep in the night.
Yeah.
On day 4.
Probably fireworks right out of the gate.
They're getting more coverage than us. Yeah.
Francis just knows everything going on in here, huh?
Yeah. We'll get some. Yeah. The important hands will be on there. Don't worry.
You'll get plenty of airtime.
Your fans are happy right now. Yeah. You got to take your fans.
Stay out. Showtime.
You played a lot with Eric Afriat?
I wouldn't say a lot, but we've played a few times.
The greatest matchmaker there is. Thank you.
When he's winning pots, he may be the happiest guy in the room.
What about
Joyful.
what about when he's losing?
Well, let's see if we find out.
Great answer.
I got to be careful what I say.
Yeah, I'd say his mood goes up and down throughout the day. Right? Have you ever played with him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. He has a remarkable ability to just get very deep in these huge events. Talked about that resume, the number of titles that he's won. He's got 21 cashes, but only one final table at the World Series of Poker. The WPT is 3 titles there.
Only one final table
He's
here.
got one final table.
And 3 first places in WPTs?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he's big field, slower structure events is for sure his specialty.
And up against, I think he thrives against the, call it the recreational type fields, right? Where they come out and play the biggest events.
Yeah, for sure. He's very much so like the grinder in the sense that maybe the way that he plays isn't like theoretically sound, but
highly effective.
Yeah, has great feel for the game, clearly. He was on stream the other day. He was like squeezing with deuce 3 off in a spot, and like it got through. Like he knew the guys were weak somehow. Like,
And he changes up his sizing pre-flop.
Yeah.
Sometimes he just barrels it off huge post-flop. He mixes in the limps. He's a tricky player.
Sometimes brings the speech play into the game.
And he's also proven that he can get it done in bigger and tougher events. He came into the PokerGO studio. He won an event there.
Yeah, I remember that. He, I think he played that whole series. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, he must have left the winner if he
I think it was the U.S.
won
Poker
something.
Open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, but people want to just tune in to watch the series this next few days. They have to pay, what, 20, 40?
Yeah, I don't know what the monthly rate is.
Yeah, I don't think they want to pay $100 just to see a few days. But
You'll never know if I had a king.
This is true. Well, you can just tell me.
I could.
You could be a gentleman and just tell me.
I could.
I think you're ahead anyway. I had a hand, but I'm not to call all in.
Kasuf, call me crazy, but out of the gate, he seems a little bit more tame.
Yeah.
Maybe it's day 4 or late at night.
Yeah, he did have the Mountain Dew going, though, we saw before. But yeah, all I could... When he was on the other night, I mean, he didn't take a breath.
No, he was really on one.
Literally every hand. It was incredible.
Here he's really letting it breathe. He's backing
Say,
off.
hurry up. Got it? He's the man.
Probably doesn't help Kasuf also when you've got Greg Merson.
Is this right? Merson open limped cut off here, 4-5 suited?
Yeah, he did. He's mixed in a limping strategy remarkably deep and is now just going to bet the flop.
You win.
And Altman, top pair, is going to...
Shows.
I think he just showed 1. Is that right?
Shows the 5. Interesting.
That was his high card.
Can we get one photo? Do you mind if my friend has a photo?
Yeah.
Gary, take one quickly. We're in the world champion. World champion. Greg Merson, ladies and gentlemen. Like a boss.
Wait, we need matching watches. There you go. Come on, get your watch.
You got the watch out?
Yeah.
But mine looks cheesy doing like that.
Unfinished business
Yeah?
for
You got boxes
Kasuf
in?
in the main event. He
You
wants to
He
win
wanted
this
to get watches,
title.
not me. Did you get the two watches? He wants the 2 watches.
Something that
You've
Greg
got the same
Merson
watch as me,
did.
But not with that.
But his is better.
Back in 2012.
He made it clear that his is worth twice as much as mine.
I've got the green dial. He's jealous. I got the green dial. We've got the same watch. Mine's green. His is black dial, standard. Mine's the green. He's jealous now.
And it was 9 years ago, or Kasuf made a run.
Was it that long
Bowing
ago?
out in 17th place.
That's his idea, not me.
9 high like a boss. Yeah, it was 9 years ago.
Wow.
2016.
2016, so I was a sophomore in college. Yeah, this is about when I first started playing cash games and getting into poker, so I must have watched the main that year because I remember watching. 9 years, wow. Kasuf, almost a full 3x here, and we're going to get an all-in and call.
Well, by the looks of it, I believe you're spot on.
Count, please. I don't think I'm...
Just going to get an exact count.
Couple of
just in
interesting
case.
stuff going on so far at this table. Kasuf with the 3x
All in call,
open,
Gary.
Merson with the open limp with the
All in
4-5,
call.
just stuff I wouldn't
Ace, queen,
expect.
jacks.
Here we go.
Who's he talking to?
Hold. One
He
time
has
or two
someone
times?
on the rail?
Up to you. Jacks. Jacks against ace queen. Made it 55, shop for 300.
Flipping a coin.
You guys have milk? Yeah.
Bingo,
Ace,
ace on the flop.
9-7.
Ace 9-7.
Altman.
10 on the turn will be interesting.
Now
Yeah,
well
you make
out
this
in
bet.
Can I
front.
get a glass of milk?
10 of spades on the turn, dealer. Just for a little bit.
Kasuf calling for those additional
10
potential
or jack,
outs.
dealer's choice.
Merson
Maybe 10,
ordering
not
milk.
cross-swing.
I'm sorry?
10.
No, only milk. I only drink milk. Yeah.
Seven
jack
of
of
hearts
spades on
on
the
the
river. Sound like
turn.
jack
A
of
jack and
spades.
only a jack.
I'm
Only
a
one
card
left
race,
in the
so I
deck.
like it. Jack of spades on the river. Could even be jack of diamonds. Dealer's choice.
It's the
It was
king of
paint. It was
spades, and
paint.
Joseph
Nice
Altman
answer,
will
nice
double
answer.
up. Altman more than $500,000 in career earnings.
How much? 3,
Where does he
10.
live? Florida?
He is a Henderson, Nevada resident, born and raised in New York City, so he's a local out here.
Check.
You don't need those anymore.
Yeah, I got too many. All right.
He's
310,000.
got experience in the main event. Altman back in 2022, bowed out in 31st place, $262,000 score.
Wow, that's
16
really
bigs.
31st. I mean, you're right there. Can't even imagine.
Married to Susanna.
Yeah.
He's got a few kids, Alex, Nova, and Sammy. Been playing serious poker since 2004, although would not consider
These are good
himself a
times to
professional
win all
poker
in.
player.
You're welcome, brother. You're welcome.
More of a serious hobby.
Gold. Bingo ace on the flop. Greg probably folded an ace. He probably folded an ace. He probably folded a queen. They don't want to say anything. They don't want to needle me. It was like a 2-outer, 3-outer. It's okay. I could take it. Could have been worse.
You know,
Back to doing it the hard way. Bingo bongo. No.
What's an actuary, an accountant?
Every hand is a cooler.
not sure, Bex. We're going to have to look that one up. But I'm enjoying this version of Kasuf. The other day, he was quite abrasive.
Maybe somebody talked to him.
Yeah.
This
This is actually creepy.
Now, I do remember
this
the
is
other
a
day.
nice version.
He lost the pot, and the next hand he was like squeezing 9-3 suited. Like,
It was kind of in zoom mode, yeah.
yeah, so definitely expect him to play this one.
He's right back to it now. 50,000 with
Been here most of the summer?
7-5
No,
of spades.
Just got here a couple days before the main event.
Okay.
And actually, I was sick when I was in Argentina.
Oh, wow.
I was okay when I traveled, and when I got here, I was in bed for 2 days.
Wow.
I actually went to the
This'll
yard
probably
last night
get
because
through.
I was having a bit of a trouble breathing. After we finished last night,
Yeah.
I went to the yard just in case. I was okay, but
What would they say it was?
no, nothing. They gave me something called salbutamol, which like opens up your chest and allows me to breathe better.
Yeah.
And I had to keep doing the salbutamol. It's like you breathe like a
Like
a
an
puff,
inhaler? Like an
like an
inhaler?
inhaler,
Yeah,
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 something like that.
Is it like because of the weather here, or?
No, I think I got it.
Well, we'll get back to that story. It sounds like Salsa went to the hospital last night, and indeed the countdown is on. The NAPT coming right back here to Las Vegas this November. I'm going to play. I know J-Bex is going to play. Adam Hendricks, the Iceman out there, he's for sure going to play. Scan that QR code. Find out what that's all about. Make sure you give it to Vegas this fall for the NAPT.
Yeah, I'll be there for sure. Looks like the Iceman has like 2.5 million.
Yeah,
over
he's
there.
working on some piles.
Salsa, 2 aces.
3 hands in a row now being opened by Kasuf and stepping right into it. Salsa was just telling that story about, I believe,
he couldn't breathe.
Went to the hospital and they treated him for some sort of breathing condition.
Well, I'll tell you what. He's not having trouble breathing right now because he's got 2 aces versus Kasuf. I mean, I think Kasuf's just going to let this go, but who knows?
Brian Salzevich, Argentinian. He is, in fact, a businessman, but he's been playing poker since the early 2000s. Nice resume, more than 400K in earnings.
How much? 6.
Salzevich has also cashed the main event back in 2021.
650 maybe?
Right around where we are currently. You got 574th place for 21,000 and change. as we can see, there's only 565 remaining.
Is this typical? Like going into day 5, they're going to be around 500 left? Feels kind of fast.
Yeah, no, that's about right.
Now, I'm not a watch guy by any means, but I'm going to say Salsa's got a really nice watch on, right? What did it say? He was retired?
He's just a businessman. Argentinian, went to Florida International University. You probably are familiar with.
I think that's in the Miami
FIU.
area. Yeah.
His wife Paula at home. Lali.
Paula's probably
Child
got
tuning
some
in.
pretty nice purses. If he's, I think that's a very nice watch. If I had to guess.
Big fold.
Kasuf will pass.
Huge lay down there by Kasuf, as he lets him know.
Yeah. King Jack off into the muck.
You recognize this boss man? He's the real boss man. You recognize him? You recognize this boss man? He's the real boss here. Do you know this? You know this loudmouth on the road? Do you know him? He's the world famous someone. You know him? Do you know who he is? The self-proclaimed world famous.
World
Do you know what's his name? You
Is this
recognize
Pat?
him?
Wait. It is Pat Lyons. What is Pat Lyons doing?
Oh my God, it is.
He's on the rail.
Can you imagine Kasuf and Pat Lyons at the same table?
Well, we had him on separate features at the same time yesterday.
Nobody else would get a word in at that table.
Get on cameras. Speak up a bit so they can hear you. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. What happened to you? You don't like money? You were playing this tournament.
I don't know if Pat Lyons cashed.
His name, the world famous.
He was in
Pat
last
Lyons
night.
from the Bay Area, as he says. Self-proclaimed world. I don't know if he's well
I
famous.
believe he
puts
cashed.
himself out on Twitter. The world famous Pat Lyons from the Bay Area. Same thing.
Do you know why he calls himself world famous? Is there
I
a?
don't even slept. I didn't
Is
even go
he
to sleep
world
last night.
famous?
I've been
Do
up
you
all
know?
night.
Highly
and day.
doubt it.
I'm sick. That's it. 9 high like a boss. I wanted to play it. I'll take it. I walk with 9 high like a boss. I swear if he limped, I was raising it just to show for the fans. 9 high like a boss.
Okay, big.
That's 10 times I had 9 high like a boss. I've won 8 times. I lost twice. I'll take
Kasuf
it.
comes out
I'll
every
take it.
summer?
Played it every single
Probably,
time I
right?
dealt. I'm sick. I went to the
Yeah,
doctors today.
well,
Seriously.
I think.
I can't believe it was 9 years ago. I felt like it was like 3.
1.65.
That's the lasting effect of Kasuf and
Yeah, I
that
guess so.
monumental run and the explosion with Griffin Benjamin.
Good food?
Yeah.
Merson seems
Hey, please.
unfazed by him. Like I think they're getting
It's too
along.
late for that. Come on, man.
You're married and you have a son?
$2. Yeah.
How old are
I
you?
think that's for him.
6 and 3.
Okay. Have one.
Milk? Thank you. Yeah.
I just got a water, please. Okay, take 2.
Now, Merson is
I have a
Yeah.
2.5 year
one of. I would say, this is a tough one for me, but the most recent main event champions, I think Merson stands out
Here,
the
you can
most
ju-
for
here,
me.
just,
That
just keep the whole thing.
In
I
what
got it.
way?
I got it. Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
you know, his story overcoming addiction and
You want one?
the emotions,
Since you paid
the
for it.
tears running down the cheeks, and defeating Jesse Sylvia heads. Everything
some
about
cold
it, and
milk.
he had
Sorry,
just
sorry,
won
guys.
the 5K, or sorry, the 10K
that.
6 max prior to the main event. The whole thing just seemed.
Did you listen to his podcast at Table 1?
Yeah, it was really great.
I just
I'm a
listened to
huge
it.
Greg Merson fan.
Yeah, I wasn't into poker when he won, so I didn't watch any of it. But I'm sure I could probably watch on PokerGo. You guys have?
I was up here on day 2.
Yeah, no, it's all there. Yeah, it's great.
I'll check it out.
I guess it was day King. Beautiful. King.
Yeah, I love it.
Very comfortable. It's a beautiful table. King. Fold.
Yeah, this is nice. This
King,
just
fold.
wouldn't fit in my living room.
You remembered our conversation from earlier.
Hey. Very nice.
I'll remember you.
Trying to make day 5.
Yeah, man. Just take it day by day.
It's nice sitting in this room, you know? Getting all the champs.
Yeah, last day 5, I was like maybe like 20 minutes from bagging. I got the clock called on the wall right after.
Like we only playing half this level,
30
that's it.
seconds. It was like
And then,
a ridiculous situation.
No.
Last year?
Yeah, last year.
What, how did you go really far last year?
No. I
Day 5
busted.
is good enough. Yeah. So.
I busted day 4.
Shin here
What's
will
the
open
deepest you've
again.
been
2
besides
tens.
winning it?
140. 140.
He is one of. Do you know this whole Patrick Leonard thing with the coaching for profit? Their whole. Do you know anything about it?
No, I don't.
The BitB thing, I think it's called.
What about you?
No, I don't know much either.
I don't.
But they take on its pads and however many other people. They take on a bunch of students and they coach them. And rather than being just paid up front, they get paid part of the profit or whatever. And Shin is a part of that group. So, you understand?
So there's a giant collective of players, and they're all.
From what I understand, yeah. Maybe I'm way off, but I'm pretty sure how it works is they get free coaching from, let's say, pads and whoever else these European players are that I don't know. And
human robots.
rather than getting paid up front, they play these tournaments and get paid based off how much they profit. You know, like coaching for profit type thing. On my understanding. I hope I'm not wrong about this. But yeah, Shin is a part of that group. And it seems to have been paying off because he's been real hot the last few months.
Top set here for your guy Shin that we're talking about. I don't fully understand the model, I guess, that you're describing. What paid out in front for what?
So like, let's say you were to hire a poker coach. I've never had a poker coach, but I'm assuming you.
Oh, I understand. So you don't have to pay the coach until you profit.
Like they have X% of your profit in tournaments, is how I believe it works.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So they take on some risk if, you know, their students get buried.
I guess so, but I think you have to like apply and like really, like they don't just, it's not like, hey, I want to sign up and be coached.
It's a selective stable.
Yes, I think you apply, sort of like send your resume or something, maybe like a college application, and they choose who they would like to take on.
That's fascinating. Usually when we go wide, that means we've got a Jeff Platt interview, but instead we're seeing the tail end of an all-in here from Bigot.
1.5x pot, wow.
Was that versus Francis? He
1.5x pot all-in against Francis Anderson.
Well, I think I just walked past there.
Yeah. Guess he came to say hi.
Oh.
I think they are also now seeing.
You don't know who that guy is?
World famous.
Jeremy Becker?
Oh, they're talking about
like
you.
a whole bunch of low stakes tournaments.
What is this?
Well, you know.
Yeah. There's a guy betting this lane in, and he won.
He did?
Yeah. He beat
You were on your way back into the booth.
I guess so.
He broke even on the summer, and Landon Tice lost money, so he won the bet.
All right, Francis.
Does that even count?
It does, yeah. Wow, 1.5x pot. Back into Jack 10.
Wow, he's a little tilted. I wish we got that hand on stream to see what Bigot had.
Frenchie just got me.
Donnie Peters now, 2 red 9s. Facing an open from Tenorio.
Donnie off of 24 big blinds. Curious how he proceeds here.
All in.
He's going to play for all of it.
Donnie. Did you think this was coming?
It was either call or the whole pile.
I would assume we're getting action here, right? This would be a pretty tight laydown here by Tenorio.
Maybe. I mean, Tenorio, we don't even have a picture. We know nothing really about Tenorio.
I mean, the guy's got over 100 big blinds in the main event here.
He's got plenty of chips to be able to make this call.
554 left. He has a really good hand.
My assumption is that Donnie's image is quite tight.
I think the only hand you really need to worry about here to be in bad shape would be ace-king offsuit. Wonder what Donnie does with... Yeah, I think this is... I'd be surprised if he got away from this hand here. maybe Donnie, from playing with him, thinks that Tenorio is just on the tighter side and is going to call off a little bit tighter. Not too sure. You never know how these players get their chips.
Well,
I mean,
I'll tell you this. We have zero information, you and I in the booth, on Tenorio. I don't know if he was just recently added to this table, but he will let a monster go. Ace-queen suited. Donnie is
when Donnie watches this back, he's going to be surprised that that hand folded for sure.
Swing it back over here. Kasuf
Action turn.
involved. Yeah, we got a nice one developing between Kasuf and his neighbor, the champ, Greg Merson. A position on the hand. This was a raise to 50K by Kasuf. Merson just calls button. Kasuf at 75K on the flop. Merson calls, and now Kasuf gonna blast again here on the turn.
I've noticed when Kasuf bets, he always uses the smaller denomination chips as much as he can.
I believe the bet sizing is 140K. Merson?
Yeah, nice
will
spot
answer.
to call
He
here.
will call.
In position. Curious if he bluffs diamonds if they come in.
And it is a blank on the river, the 8 of spades. If Kasuf bets, it's almost like he's targeting the exact hand he wants to be up against. And I'm not ruling out that Merson will fold ace-queen high.
Yeah, I actually
This is
think
Kasuf.
he
He can
pay.
barrel it off with worse.
I think this hand could play out a ton of different ways here.
Eerie silence, by the way. Kasuf saying nothing.
The way this hand was played, like Merson could totally just have 8s full. Curious if Kasuf checks. Will Merson check back? Or go for a bluff? But he's gonna have to go big.
Kasuf really does have fantastic instincts. Everything that we have seen, you think about the bluffs that he's run over the years, the table talk. Clearly a sharp guy. It's not what he's most well known for. It's always the speech play. Really taking his time. You know, the longer he takes with these 2 sevens, if he does elect to value bet, I'm more inclined to believe that Merson may look him up. And he's going to bet 300,000.
I don't really believe you.
You heard Merson. Not a word from Kasuf.
Need some milk first.
The milkman having a sip.
Interesting.
So it seems as though Kasuf is pretty balanced with his table talk.
And he is going to get paid off as Kasuf with the sevens. What a value bet. Nearly 1.2 million in the middle.
4-3 deuce, 4-8.
When he was
Poker
bluffing
sevens.
yesterday, it was like the one hand he was
Gary
quiet,
Gordon.
and I think you
Had to go
pointed
for
that
value.
out.
Didn't really. Thanks.
And maybe he heard you
Tough spot.
and said
That's
next
tough
time
spot. And even on that board.
he puts out some value, he's going to stay quiet.
Sorry?
Nice hand from him. Got a lot of value out of those 7.
He's so aware of everything, is Kasuf, and I would not be surprised if that was the case, if he would reviewed the tape, heard the comments, and then adjusted accordingly.
Yeah. Well, Buckenmeyer here, he's made some runs in some big field events, I know for sure. He's going to need a jack.
Yeah, we are all in. 2 outs now. Buckenmeyer does, in fact, need a jack. $1 million in the middle. He is just sweating this out. He realizes he's got a 5% chance to hit. Kichiyama trying to avoid that jack. He will double up.
Nice.
Buckenmeyer left with just 85,000. I don't know what the action was.
I think it went
pre-flop. We don't see it, but
Buckenmeyer was the big blind. I'm gonna assume it went open. He calls big. He bets the flop. Buckenmeyer calls and then check jams the turn. I think.
That sound about right.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We are only playing half of a level tonight due to the length of play earlier with the bubble. So the players will not be forced to finish the entire level. That will happen tomorrow, the top of play. We won't miss that. We'll be picking it right up again.
Yeah, no.
We are just straight through, man. The remainder of the main event.
Double. It's okay. But I need cards.
I'm curious to chat, everybody on YouTube, our high roller members, everyone on PokerGO. What are your thoughts on this version of, dare I say, quiet Kasuf? This is not what I expected. Maybe he's over there running his mouth at the table right now, and we're not seeing it or hearing it, but
I'm trying to see like Francis 3-bet Afriat or something, and then just have Afriat go off on him. That'll be entertaining.
I started with 900. Yeah.
yeah, I'm looking at the comments. A lot of people they like this. This new Kasuf.
Based off that ace-queen suited fold,
yeah,
wouldn't be shocked if he just flats here.
Well, you're wrong again. Here comes a 3-bet from Tenorio, and this hand is over. Francis, I don't believe is ever
this
coming
hand's
along the run.
This hand's over.
King Jack off. And I'll tell you this right now, as my friend the backer would say. I'll tell you this right now, Bex.
What do you got for me?
We got Jeff Platt. And we got an interview.
Tell me it's with Steve Karp or
Out
Mark
in the
Seid.
field. No, this is going to be a special one. Guy's name is Jesse Simon. So let's sit back and hear what the Reaper has to say.
Tell me more.
All right, let's check in once more with one of our PokerGo sweepstakes winners, Jesse Simon. I'm going to steal you for a quick sec. Come join me out here so we don't get in the way of this fairly big hand developing. Careful on your way over here. I saw you earlier today, and you said that you were in a stupor. How would you describe?
Oh, a stupor?
Yeah.
Oh.
Your feelings throughout the course of this roller coaster ride of a day.
Well, it's more of a roller coaster ride of a week, really. I mean, just even having dinner with friends tonight, it was like we ate at the same place like before the main event, and I just feel like it's almost like a warp. I feel like it was like 100 years ago. I don't even know. I was like, when was that? You know, because every day is just like so. They just one day just warps into the other.
You're in the money at the World Series of Poker main event. Do you think that that's hit you yet?
Well, kind of the way I'm playing, sure.
Very honest.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I wasn't not earlier. I wasn't. You know, the money didn't. I wasn't really thinking about. Yeah. I mean, I was, but I wasn't, and I was. It's a long story, yeah, you know, I mean, I'm just really gracious and really grateful for you guys, PokerGO. I mean, you guys are awesome. I mean, and it's just been an amazing ride. And no matter what happens, you know, whatever the outcomes are, I'm just so grateful.
Hopefully there's a lot more to come. I got to cut you off, send you back to the action so you don't miss any hands. Plenty of this story still left to be written, guys.
Thank you, Jeff. Great story. And that is the second PokerGO subscriber. These are just random winners that are selected. I believe there were 3 throughout the course of the calendar year that were chosen.
And they get a free main event seat?
Yeah, if you're an annual subscriber to PokerGO, you have an opportunity.
Sitting next to him.
Yeah. What'd you see?
An old friend. Still alive in the main. Maybe the best player from Puerto Rico, Edgardo Rosario. 700,000 each. 700,000-ish. Yeah, he's been in the studio a couple times. I think
How do you have
table.
an old friend from Puerto Rico?
He'd frequent Florida, play tournaments there. Lives in Puerto Rico. Super, you know, pretty much every Puerto Rican I've met in poker, I feel like, are like the nicest people ever. Pure hearts. So I'll be rooting for him.
Well, all right. Thank you for that, J-Bex. We'll be rooting for Rosario from Puerto Rico.
Let's go Edgardo. Kasuf, Jack-9 off here.
He's been very aggressive. Shown the goods a few times, the coconuts.
Comes with the 3X.
See what I'm talking about with the raise sizing? He changes it up. We've seen 50, we've seen 55, now we're seeing 60.
And he's not saying a word.
Nothing. He's a totally different human. Maybe maybe it's because we roasted him so much the other night.
Were you guys being rude on
Well,
the,
but you know,
who was it? It was you and Jeff.
He deserved it. And Blesnik, yeah.
Oh, Blesnik didn't like him.
Blesnik was so over it. He left.
Really?
The booth. He
because
took
of
walk
that.
Pretty much the entire time.
I wanted one corner.
Now we've got a new Kasuf. I like it. I mean, you know, I'm chat a little bit, but
It's off. Now I get the hands now. I mean, Grano bought went down to 350K. After bad beats and had to not just dunk it off and sick. Now I get the hands at the end. Brutal, man.
Talking about his great
Such a
hands
sick
he's
game.
picking up there. The
Getting good
Jack-9.
3 times, lose 3 times.
Speech play, baby.
Pick up a few hands.
I feel like he's going to get another good one here.
He might.
It's like, I feel like it's a setup. I'm getting hand after hand. These guys won't believe me. You're going to see it on the stream. Every hand. It's not aces, kings, queens every hand. But
Guts has got to fold the ace-10.
You guys are lucky. You're all going to see
He's
it.
not playing this one.
All right, Kasuf is back. He's got them all engaged. 9-5 off after this.
He's not playing this.
Little speech. No, I mean, how do you say all that and then pass? He wants to put on a show. Yeah, I told you. He's doing it. Back to 60K. 9-5 off. He wants to show 9 high like a boss so bad.
Oh, I didn't even think of
So
that.
bad.
Yeah.
Well, of course, that's his calling card.
But I don't know with him. Maybe. No, he has to show it, right? He's not just gonna muck and say what a big hand he had. He's gonna meet a little bit of resistance here.
Tai Ha. He's got ace-9 of spades. I believe he's a regular grinder.
Yeah, he's got 3 million in tournament winnings from Vietnam. I think he lives in Texas. We saw him in Houston.
Yeah.
Ah, he's 3-betting. Now let's see if Kasuf really wants to put on a show here and hits him with the 4. No shot.
It's
Oh,
not
never
gonna
mind.
happen.
Yeah.
Kelly will not give him the opportunity. Two queens for Kelly in the small blind.
It was great. It went from great timing to awful timing for Ha here.
This is Captain Thomas Kelly. Lives in Farmingdale, New York.
I would have bought them.
New York City firefighter, retired, of course.
Nice.
They didn't have any sports cards.
It's our second firefighter that we've featured today. I love this.
I don't know. Maybe that location only had like they only had like Pokemon cards.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you this, Bex, and everyone that's tuning in. I assume this is accurate. Captain
Soccer.
Thomas Kelly, his career
Not a ton,
earnings,
not a ton,
ready,
but
coming
like
into this
Holland,
main event,
Messi,
this live broadcast.
I'm going to guess $1,000.
Yamal, yeah.
No.
Is it something popular? Like, do people
Try $56.
Are they worth anything?
$56.
He's got a 10th place back in 2015 at the Canterbury Park $50 one-shot no-limit hold'em event for $56.
What, did he chop the bubble?
This
How did he
is
cash for 56?
incredible.
Crazy. That's what I thought.
Incredible. And just overcalling now with the queens.
Kasuf's got a shot here.
Is the captain.
Hold on, so it was a $50 buy-in and he cashed for 56.
Yeah, we'll get back to
Buying
that.
a
Let's
bigger card that's like 4 or 5K. It's like
see what
always easy
Kasuf
football.
wants to do with 9-5 off.
Sometimes basketball too, but
The market is the most expensive ones are usually basketball, right?
I mean, nah. I mean, football is a lot right now.
Yeah.
But I would say like historically baseball.
Baseball.
Yeah, because like the Mickey Mantle is like 30 million. Like
There's a few. Yeah, I know. There's a few.
He's
specific
not really
cards that are-
considering
Is that the
this,
wa-
right?
No, that's not
The Wagner. The Wagner.
Wagner, that's it.
Yeah, that one too. Yeah.
Once again, I don't think anything would surprise me here.
It's all on the
So you
table
know.
with Kasuf.
No, I know very little.
Okay.
I mean, you know better than me.
He's sharp, though. He knows that the captain isn't overcalling.
It's good that I don't live here.
With
because
Queen
I
Jack
would be-
suited, right?
You'd be
The
into it.
captain's
I'd be
always
into
got
it,
the
yeah.
goods.
It's an expensive.
It's kind of hard
Yes,
to believe,
yes.
though, he's going to open the 950 this early and get 2.5x, yeah, and just fold. Like, how's he not going to stick around and try to bang something?
Yeah, he's going to call. I was afraid the 4-bet was coming, but instead he's going to peel. We are 3 ways to a flop. King, deuce, deuce. All of a sudden, the captain's queens have shriveled up.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to win this hand.
As he sees that king hit the flop, this is advantage Tai Ha. Remember, the 3-better in the hand on the button. If Kasuf's instincts are right, if he at all believes that Tai Ha could have been 3-betting a little wider, there's a world in which Ha can stab flop. Perhaps these queens hit the muck, and then Kasuf could make a play with 9-5 off.
Yeah, I agree.
Did you manage to buy that watch
On this
from
board, though,
for retail? You said that
small
from-
bet.
And this is exactly the sizing where Kasuf might try and be a hero.
At retail, and then
I don't think Kelly's going to fold to 1 bet
because
here.
he's bought so many
He
of them.
buys other stuff that no one wants.
I think you're wrong, Bex. I
He
think
buys
you're
other
wrong.
watches that no one
Remember,
wants.
$56
Oh,
in
no, he
career
didn't
earnings.
even
The
think
retired
about it.
fireman, he's
No,
out.
he's bought enough from the AD.
Okay,
that he
Kasuf's
can
got
get
a
him
shot
at-
here.
Let's
at
see.
The normal cost. He's my best friend, so he was getting.
This is the moment Kasuf has been waiting for. To slam it on the table.
So I have are you a watch guy?
Yeah.
So I have a root beer. no, I didn't really ever plan on having more than one. But then when he offered me this at discount, I was like, I have to, because I feel like I'm like making money buying it. Yeah.
You made probably 2K or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to. I messaged. There's a watch shop.
He's out.
Big respect.
That was disappointing.
Switzerland.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I wasn't calling. I was raising or
I
folding.
know a lady that works
Don't
there,
call.
and she's from Argentina. So I messaged her, telling her, hey,
He's out. He wanted to do it so
Vegas in
bad.
a couple of weeks. What are the chances that you can get me like a, I don't know, like a GMT or Daytona? Daytona is impossible. But like a GMT is.
Yesterday's version of Kasuf, I think
I'll stop by and say
he would
hi
have pulled the
and you
trigger.
can get me a watch.
Today,
And she
he's
said,
a little bit more mellow.
There's zero chance that I can get you any watches.
Maybe
You can
taking
stop by
this a
anyways.
little bit more seriously.
Yeah. It's hard.
Only
It's hard.
540 players remaining
I got
in the
my
main event.
Goodyear,
It's unfinished
aftermarket, like, I
business
paid
for
more,
Kasuf.
you
He
know.
said it
Yeah, of
yesterday
course.
on the
I
broadcast.
have
He said a lot of things.
I really am a little bit surprised that he just
The,
mug flopped.
door was open.
No,
I really thought he wanted to put on a show right in that moment.
Folds a big hand there.
I'm waiting for the Patek Philippe call in a couple of months. They should be able to sell me something.
Nice. He actually offered me another one yesterday, and I was like, I'll probably take it.
Like what?
I don't know if I'm even allowed to look at my
Shin
phone
with
right now.
two kings here.
I'll go look and see which one it was. It was one that I wasn't familiar with. I'm sorry?
Did you like the watch, what he offered, or are you buying it because you're making 2K?
No. I would buy it to wear it. Let me see what it's called. Because this one I wasn't super familiar with. It was... it was the Bruce Wayne.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so he...
For how much?
For 14.
That sounds very good.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome, actually.
But I'm not into it enough to really know. Like, I know the
playing down to the
all
cup
that
goes
stuff.
Shin gets it through.
Surprised to see that fold there out of the big blind.
At the end of the day, they won.
Swinging on over to our secondary feature, and we have got
100. Hey.
Peters,
Yeah, I
which
got
is
900 too.
Donnie
Frenchie got me.
with top pair. Tenorio missed his flush and is.
What?
Is Donnie in a situation where?
Has Donnie locked up his biggest career cash right now? His biggest cash says 19.9 on
Yeah,
the sheet.
I believe so. And Tenorio's going to go for it. Donnie's got a bluff catcher. I can't fathom him folding a queen. Tenorio opened 40K. Donnie flatted 30K out of the small blind. 35K from Tenorio. Peters calls. Turn 7. Donnie checks. Tenorio bets 115. Donnie calls. Now here we are on the river. Tenorio firing a third shell, 165,000. Putting Donnie Peters to the test. If he folds top pair, he will never hear the end of it from any of us here at PokerGo. His podcast fans will be ripping him to shreds. And all this being said, jokes aside, what a massive spot. Great call by Donnie Peters. Huge pot. Nearly a double up as played, and he's going to shoot it up to more than 900,000.
Wow, versus B40. This is a nice throw.
Oh, my. D. Peters. I'm going to need a moment.
Oh, fans are going nuts, too.
And with that, let's send it over to Jeff Platt.
Yeah.
He's got a great voice.
Question. All right, first off, let's go Donnie Peters. I mean, we're very professional and unbiased, of course, but let's go Donnie Peters. Let me steal Grinder. I know this is probably getting tiring, the daily interviews, but real quick, step up for me so we don't get in the way. This hasn't been a swingy day at all, has it?
Just a little bit. I mean, I started the day really short, and I faded. I had aces all in against tens, and then they had made it straight. But then after that, never looked and kept moving forward. I never gave up. And when I hit the features table, that's when everything changed, because I think it's more pressure when the people are under the lights, and that's what favors me.
Do you think there's just more pressure overall right now at this point in the tournament that also can favor?
Everybody wants to get there, but on me, I feel no pressure. I'm really happy when I've done this World Series, so this is a free roll for me.
Does that help you keep a pretty solid mindset through all the swings, through all the ups and
I've
downs?
seen it all, all these years of experience. So I feel like it's kind of be a repeat of 2010.
I have to ask to close.
And guess what? Guess what the coolest thing is?
Yeah.
My tattoo's 44.
Yeah.
I'm 44 years old.
Yeah.
I turned 44. We won the Players' Championship, and now the main event.
It is all lining up perfectly. How dinner break line up for you? You know, any dinner with any like table mates that you had and may have passed?
Well, I've just looked through the PokerGO channel. I was looking through how my players are playing. That's it. So I was just studying during dinner break. I had dinner actually at the feature table.
There we go. Love it. But not with anybody else at the feature table.
No, I didn't. Maybe Safia was, but she's a friend of mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I've known her for many
You
years.
guys have known each other
Yeah, we've
for a
known each
while.
other a long time. Played with each other, yeah.
Well,
All
it was a blast
business.
to watch. We hope to keep watching you throughout again and again and again.
Sounds good.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Ryder. Guys.
Okay, well, Jeff, he's probing around there. He sensed that maybe some love was in the air. The only thing Ms. Rocky's focused on right now is the love of the main event. He feels it's destiny.
Yeah, Grinder didn't go anywhere with that. He was strictly business, watching the stream
Yeah, he
on break.
shut it right down.
Yeah.
Come on, Jeff.
No, that was a good try there by
sort
Jeff.
of reality television show. We're playing poker. We're gambling out here in the desert.
Playing for 10 million.
He thinks we're on Love Island. All in a call. Afriati's got Jack-8 of hearts, open-ender. And Lorenzi, tournament life on the line with middle pair. Does have a blocker to that straight. 10 outs. You can see a few cards have been removed.
Yes, if it's a 3.
I'm sure if the Queen 9 holds here, he's going to get told, nice hand, keep it friendly.
King of spades on the turn.
No.
Oh, it kills the
Bad card for
It is a
Afriat.
bad card for Afriat.
Oh,
yeah.
Could only win with 7
Going bad.
of these outs.
Yeah.
And 3 of diamonds on the river. Queen 9 will hold. Big double up for Lorenzo.
Up to 400,000 now, 20 bigs.
Buckenmeyer, by the way,
more hand.
still alive at 75K. He made a run.
No.
And thank you very much to Norman
was hand
Chad,
zero.
one of my, well, really,
On the last button.
a colleague
Okay.
and friend to all of the poker industry. And he said that Buckenmeyer, back in, I forget which year this was. I'm having a bit of a brain meltdown. When Greg Merson won the main event, that same year, Buckenmeyer finished in 17th place. 17th place.
Yeah,
And it was 2012. I was worried I was going to say the wrong year. So a lot of experience for Buckenmeyer. He's not just giving it away. He's holding on to that 75K.
I know him from his most recent score.
And here he is. Now it's King 6. He will go with it.
Just under 4 bigs. May have some fold equity here. There's a shot this gets through and he picks up 50K.
It's a chance.
Alafri in the big blind though with that big stack. It's going to be tough.
75.
He'll get it in good.
You like playing golf or not?
Yeah, that's it.
Whoa.
You know what? Just for, you're a good man. I don't want to be the one.
And he is going to get it through. A nice call by you, Bex. Just enough.
That's huge.
Fold equity. That is huge for Buckenmeyer. Extremely successful human being. Again, from Norman Chet. Norman, amazing that you're actually watching this coverage. I'm proud of you for being up this late. Usually you're falling asleep to Murder, She Wrote at about 7:30 p.m.
You told me you were
He
gonna interview
founded
on day 2.
a global
You said,
consulting
okay, you know
firm in the 90s.
We'll do an interview on day 3 or day 4.
Sold it to his partner,
And-
his share,
Oh yeah, and you told me you're gonna
in
interview me.
2001.
Yep. Jeez, I'm getting sharp by you left and right.
Then he retired to Rancho Bernardo, which is in the San Diego area.
He's like, hey, you mind if I interview
And
you?
then the Witch Creek fire burned his home to the ground in 2007, prompting him to move to Poway,
Then he comes by on day
where he's
4.
lived ever since.
Yeah, I'm gonna interview
Where
you.
is Poway?
Well,
showered by him.
Your guess is as good as mine. Norman would definitely know.
Nevada?
I don't think
Maybe?
so.
No?
I think it's California.
Says he's the oldest player in the field. 80 years old.
Let's go Buckenmeyer.
Yeah.
This is why the main event is so beautiful. These stories, these characters.
Yeah, Buckemeyer, though, I've seen him in the studio before. He finished 5th in the Prime Championship 2 years ago at Wynn for $380,000. So
He's got game.
Yeah, he could play.
He has got game. That's why I never fold to anybody. Anybody above the age of 60. I'm done folding to them. I always think they've got the nuts. And then we watch these broadcasts and we can tell that they're just bluffing us left and right.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Afriat here flats the small blind, king 2 suited from the under the gun open. You see, this is a play that, like, the more, what do you say, studied players don't make, but Afriat just gets in there with all sorts of hands and attacks anytime he sees weakness. But a bad turn for him with Francis picking up the nut flush draw along with his gutter. And
yeah, let's see what Francis decides to do with this huge draw. My assumption is lean call.
Yeah, I
Getting
agree.
that price in position. Now we're head up against Afriat. Big river, and it is the ace of clubs. That's a nice card for Francis Anderson. He will not have to guess with ace high on all bricks. He now has a great bluff catcher and an opportunity to consider eking out value. Afriat, he can't help himself, can he? Francis shaking his head.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused.
I'm not sure. Again, the action.
I think he's for sure going to call this.
The action was that Bigot opened to 40K. And maybe the added wrinkle is this. Eric Afriat called out of the small blind.
So I believe Francis just said king 10, that's it, saying that's really the only hand Afriat has as bluffs, blocking the jack. But
Bluffing?
Yeah, he bluffed you, man.
Yeah, that
Well, I mean,
he bluffed you.
Don't watch that one back,
Wow.
Francis.
Then I can play a little more. Yeah, maybe don't bring it up. It might be a source.
And right back over
I'm
to
also
our
really
feature.
bad about this, where I like to just.
Merson with the underboat, value betting, fours full of nines.
Yeah, I don't know how this action went, but Merson betting 300 into 180, is that right? Or it's 300 into 480?
Opposite side. I don't
He
think
is in fact betting
just next level.
300 into 180, and
Sure.
Khan is gonna, I believe, did he just rip it? Did he
Someone
send
was
it?
saying they abandoned their car.
Merson is sick. I don't think
That's
there's
like-
ever any
that's
bluffs here.
crazy. Because like, what
Yeah,
do
I
you-
mean,
like, you're just
Merson's going to
impede
find a
the
way
traffic
out,
of
I'm
everyone.
sure.
I don't know.
950, yeah.
No,
I
they
mean,
just
once you
left
bet
it in
more
the
than the
middle. They're
pot
just like,
and then
I'm
get
out.
raised, it's not going to be good news.
Does let it go. Disgruntled.
What was the action
A
there?
little frustrated. He defended big.
Did not expect that.
Went check call, 35K.
Then check.
Then it went check, and then Merson led 300,000 when he made the underboat with fours full. A nice crafty line by Khan after he checked trip nines on the turn in position.
Tomorrow.
Sometimes, you know, you milk yourself. Merson calls himself the milkman now. I believe that is part of the sports card industry. He and our friend Jared Blesnick have aligned. Part of the business, Bex.
This is the second.
Altman, quite the spin up to 620 now. He was all in with that ace queen for, oh, maybe it was almost 300. I thought it was like 2.
You know.
So slowly building his stack. Khan, cut off, ace 9 off. He's going to open this.
Again, we know very little about many of these players on these live broadcasts. It takes some time to dig in, but credit to our bio team. They are doing everything that they possibly can to give us some insight on all of these characters. Khan My assumption thus far, given what we saw a moment ago, the giant overbet from Merson, considered calling, is that he's been very active throughout the course of play. I think there's a great deal of history between these two.
I'm going to go out on a limb because of the bio sheets and say that he's a new player at the table, and there may be no history.
Oh. Well, that explains that. There's the flip side. Merson knows nothing about the guy.
They could have played earlier in the tournament, perhaps.
That's possible, yeah. I mean, Gunn looks like a player. He clearly not afraid to open pots.
Yeah,
With
and
Kassouf on the button, Merson out of position. He's recognizing spots.
He's
We saw King 9 a second ago. Now he's followed it up with Ace 9. Does pick up the nut flush draw.
Are you staying here at least?
Paris.
Okay.
You may win this pot here with the worst hands.
Surely you get like 4 hours today.
Nothing. Literally 0 all my life. So I'd
You're
rather
on
have no
something.
sleep than have 1.5 hours and wake up feeling rough and headache. So I stayed awake,
you're in too deep
had some
now.
food.
Yeah.
I don't take any drugs, alcohol, Adderall, whatever you call it. People say, oh, you must be on cocaine or some shit. I don't do any of that shit. But yeah, I'm just used to having limited sleep. I only sleep like 3-4 hours naturally every day, and I wake up after 3-4 hours.
How many
I've
days?
actually been to the doctors to see about it. But, went to see a gastroenterologist recently, actually. Well, good checked out, given all clear, medically nothing wrong, but put it down to, well, I don't need to give my medical history. Apparently I got slightly fatty liver. It's common. Not due to alcohol. They said it's more lack of exercise, being sedentary.
Okay, little insight on Kassouf, South, Buckenmeyer, and Anderson all in, I believe, with the same hand member. Buckenmeyer is very short.
Kassouf saying he won't be going to sleep tonight, right?
I don't.
Is that what he
It
said?
sounds like he's wired differently. I've heard of this condition. We'll get back to that in just a moment. Make sure that these folks do chop it up. Announcements being made. They're going to be wrapping it up here shortly. And
Not like
there are
that.
2 spades. Free roll for Buckenmeyer.
Come on, Bob. Make it to day 5. Come on. Let's throw it. That's it.
Okay.
And they will chop
Remember,
it. Yeah,
guys.
you know, this is a real thing. Certain people don't require nearly as much sleep as others. I have a friend and a colleague, Victoria Lipschitz.
Good luck.
She functions off like 3 hours of sleep just fine. Like you and I would need, 6 to 8 hours. Norman Chat probably needs 14 to 16 hours of sleep. He hibernates for half the year as well.
Yeah, I would say I'm somewhere in between you and Victoria.
So Kassouf, he's ruled out the his loquacious tendencies, saying it's not any substance, it's just how I am and who I am. He's going to raise it up.
Your button.
Does Kassouf with 10-4 off. Somehow has a dominating hand. Shin defending with 7-4 hearts. Bet and take it for Kassouf. He's going to finish the evening strong.
Was that the last hand of the night?
That will be the last hand, I believe, here at this table that we will see. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think the other table finished, and these guys might have one more.
I believe you are correct. So, yeah, we will not capture any more coverage at the secondary table, and we will finish it off here. Just a couple more hands, perhaps the last hand for tonight. And we're going to be back tomorrow. All day coverage, day 5. Myself, Jeff Platt, will be in the booth during the day. Thank you, producer Drew. We just got dropped off a beer level cocktail.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
Cheers.
Bex. Cheers. Yes.
365.
This is confirmed the last hand of the evening. Jeff Platt, myself, will be on the call during the day, and then the night shift. Ali Najad, Nick Schulman will bring us home each and every evening down to the final table.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a poker fan not tuned into that, I don't know what you're doing.
The main event. This is what it's all about. There'll be roughly 500 and change players left. Things are starting to get very serious. Life-changing money on the line. Unfinished business for Kasuf.
175.
A repeat, perhaps, for Greg Merson. All the storylines. They're developing. They're here. The grinder, Mizraki.
I mean, he really was so impressive today.
We have a world champion. 526 players. One of them will be the world champion. It's amazing.
Kasuf's always folding, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
Thank you.
Just trying to get a read. Good luck. I love this version of Kasuf. I'd like, maybe pick it up a little bit throughout the course, just for entertainment purposes, viewers at home. But you can see already the transition from yesterday to today. Kasuf taking things very seriously.
Yeah, the money's getting real. They're playing for $10 million and only 500-ish more people to beat. So he's definitely changed his tone. And as I say this, could he be mustering up a 4-bet here with the 10-7-0? I don't think so, but I mean, it's the last hand of the yeah, he's done.
Last hand of the night. Give me the benefit. You could three bet me like.
Well, sometimes you can just let the 10-7 go. A little posturing, acting.
I'll fold. Nice.
Merson will happily show the ace, no problem. Kasuf will show the 10. Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of cool.
All right. Well, there you have it. That was the final hand of the evening. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Day 5. Tomorrow. Same time, same place. Right here, exclusively on PokerGo. Will it be a repeat? Greg Merson, he's on his way. The 2012 Player of the Year, the main event champ.
Thank you. Send me one.
He needs one.
We shall find out.
I need one more.
Bag them, tag them. See if these guys can actually get some sleep tonight. Nerves are kicking in. Yeah, Kasuf, he's self-declared. 3 hours, it's all he needs. There's the music we all have come to know and love. Are you kidding me? Seablez. He's made it through the night. Tournament summary provided by Oates overnight. 5:22 remain. $10 million awaits our winner. Will it really be Chad Blesnick? If he wins the main event, Jared Blesnick. If he final tables the main event, Jared Blesnick will never play a hand of poker again. That's on record. Tomorrow, day 5. The show goes on. Coverage, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. Be here. We will. Everybody, good night.